This left man in firm control of water levels, employing engineering techniques that were later used in building the Panama Canal.
I've been to Chicago tons of times.
Whenever it rained, river engineers managed canal locks
Still today.
to divert the current away from the lake. But now, after more than a century, the river gets revenge.
In a life without people, we wouldn't be able to anticipate such an event and open gates.
Metro Water Department, Chicago.
The entire river system would fill up gradually, just like water in a bathtub. Initially, it would flood low areas in downtown Chicago and the basements of buildings along the river.
Also Juliet.
Soon, the high river levels began surging south along the man-made channels towards the gates of the Lockport Controlling Works, 35 miles downstream. The 109-year-old complex controls the drainage of the Chicago River. That's about to change.
I'm going to eat something first, and I'm going to work on Beastars.
Cascade water dropping on the downstream side would erode the piers holding the gates up.
The days when man controlled this river are over.
There's about 10 to 20 billion gallons of water behind these gates. When that structure collapses, that wall of water will send a torrent down the Des Plaines River to the city of Joliet, where it would overtop the river walls and flood the center city.
Just days after people, entire towns in the American Midwest are wiped out by raging water. Across the pond in London, time has run out for the iconic Big Ben.
The clock behind me has been working continuously for 150 years now, and that's taken it through extremes of weather, storms, the London Blitz during the Second World War.
But to keep the clock running, it had to be wound 3 times a week. A task that took 2 royal clock mechanics several hours to complete with the aid of an electric motor.
If there are no people around, within a matter of days, the clock will stop working for the first time in 150 years, and the chimes will stop chiming.
The clock stops, but the tower remains, at least for now. Due to a construction work, it has always leaned 8.6 inches to the northwest. A lead that will only get worse over time. Two weeks after people. Over in the cultured surroundings of Buckingham Palace, the Queen's little corgis don't notice that the chimes no longer ring. In the time of humans, Her Majesty kept up to 5 of the dwarfish dogs. She'd had corgis since 1933.
Wow.
Now, the Queen and her courtiers are gone. The corgis are all alone in what is now just an ornate 775-room prison. The palace's 78 bathrooms provide a life-saving water source.
78 bathrooms?
Though these canines have short legs, they reach the toilet water with the aid of their long bodies that allow them to stretch and jump as high as 4 feet.
Okay.
Desperate for food, the corgis find their way to the royal kitchen in Her Majesty's basement, a maze of rooms with food stocks that can last for a few months. After that, the future of the corgis will become much more uncertain.
This is someone else's house. They would not be at the Queen's house, really. Might be able to go to the Queen's house for a little bit. Around.
1 month into a life after people. Outside Atlanta, an outbreak of kudzu is starting to spread freakishly. The vine was brought to the United States in 1876 from Japan for farmers to feed their animals and for erosion control. It was a mistake.
It grows in bright sunlight and on fertile soils very rapidly. It can grow up to a foot a day, so you can have a 60-foot vine where you had nothing.
Known as the vine that ate the sun, kudzu has a vast network that spreads more than 50.
Hey, baby. Hold still. There you go. Make it better?
It took constant cutting by a 25-man maintenance crew just to keep the roadways clear in Atlanta.
So, guys, right now I'm cooking right now. Hope the cat doesn't. Wait, if I put the cursor up here, the cat can't touch nothing about it.
You have to keep going back and killing the above ground portion of the plant until you've exhausted the energy reserves in the root system. And considering the size and the depth of those roots, it can be a very difficult job.
How about backhoe?
With no natural enemies in the region and no humans to contain it,
So right now, guys, I'm cooking hot dogs
it starts wreaking havoc.
for dinner. So
The non-native species starts strangling trees,
after I eat, then I'll do everything else.
telephone poles and power lines, covering bridges and roadways, and enveloping rural houses.
It creates a situation that there is nothing growing there but the kudzu. And what you have is literally a dead spot in the environment.
As kudzu thrives, livestock struggles. 60 million hogs are confined on North American farms. In the time of humans, they fed a demand for 51 pounds of pork per American every year. Now they starve. Pigs in captivity have been known to resort to cannibalism. 2 months after people, the hogs that survive become frantic. The bigger 500-pound beasts start pushing their way out of their pens. Others begin burrowing under sheds. Eventually, millions break out into the wild.
Of all the domesticated livestock that I would put my money on in a world without people, probably the pig gets top prize. Pigs are omnivores. Basically, anything that you can eat, a pig can eat. They're also very intelligent, and they're very good doers, meaning they can survive in a variety of conditions.
After escaping their confines, the barnyard pigs start breeding with the 4 million feral swine that live primarily in California, Texas, and Florida. The new pig hybrids become leaner, meaner, and more mobile, with larger tusks and more hair. There's a new mayor on NBC Comedy Thursdays.
Did you realize I'm lost, right?
Oh, it's this way, sir.
New John.
We can no longer dump trash in the woods and wait till the fires take care of it.
New house.
I hate that we had to move into this gross mayor house.
Your wife makes a great point, sir. She's
Ew.
sorry. It is very confusing in a way.
Same Ted.
My city needs me.
Ted Danson is Mr. Mayor. Thursdays on NBC.
Warning. The stunts on this show are so big, so outrageous, so insane, the whole family will be blown away.
oh my God, I thought he was going to stab, but then he swallowed the sword.
Everyone will be watching. Go Big Show, all new Thursdays at 9, and catch up on all the mind-blowing episodes on demand or on the TBS app.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops.
I know.
And parents are seeing an impact. And now we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study. so more students can be ready for anything.
Here.
3 months after people. In London's Buckingham Palace, the Queen's corgis have depleted the stores of food in the royal pantry and kitchen, which originally stocked food for banquets of up to 600 people and daily meals for a palace staff of 400. The corgis' only hope is to venture out into the city, and finding a way out of a building that has 775 rooms is only a matter of time. How will the cultured corgis survive?
I think the popular image of the corgi as a pampered pet incapable of moving by itself doesn't do it a good service.
Corgis were originally bred to be working dogs on Welsh farms to round up herds of sheep and cattle, a genetic trait that will help them survive in the wild.
As a working dog, the corgi is able to move very well over a frozen country. They've got sharp teeth, they've got an efficient digestive system. So these are all traits that allow them to survive quite well, even in the absence of human protection.
Still, corgis would make a tasty snack for a bear or wolf. But the Queen's corgis won't have to worry about that. Both of those large predators had been extinct in the British Isles for centuries.
Oh, that's right.
Another benefit to being a dog on the loose in a post-human Britain, rabies was eradicated here in the early 20th century.
So early 1800s.
In America, it's a different story. Pets lucky enough to escape their homes now
Okay, that's
face one of
interesting.
wildlife's most terrifying scourges. In the time of humans, more than 7,000 animals in America, about 90% of them wild, were annually infected with rabies. The virus ignites the nervous system and inflames the brain, causing an agonizing death. In population centers along the East Coast and in Texas and Arizona, oral vape vaccines were dropped by aircraft each year in hopes of suppressing the disease in such feral animals as foxes, skunks, coyotes, and raccoons. Without people to carry out the inoculation programs, an outbreak of the virus spikes by as much as 30% over the next several years. Among the infected, domestic cats and dogs that venture out and are quickly bitten by the wild rabid animals.
They go through a hyper-aggressive, hyperactive, almost madness, we could call it a fury, where you get that characteristic frothing of the saliva at the mouth. Some dogs that are infected with the rabies virus have been known to actually bite up to another 100 animals.
1 year after people, plants are on the rise in the city of Chicago. In Wrigley Field, America's second oldest ballpark, the iconic ivy is continuing to extend its green tendrils. These vines have flourished here since 1937, when they were planted to decorate and cover the outfield wall. With no groundskeepers around to give them their monthly clipping, the ivy threatens to overrun the whole stadium. But there is one thing holding it back. Each vine can only grow to a maximum length of 50 feet in the Chicago climate. However, as the vines shed their leaves each winter, that organic material sticks into cracks in the brick and concrete. It decomposes into soil, which in turn provides a higher platform for new vines to sprout. Five years after people, The ivy has crawled up and blanketed the stands. It roots into the aging wood, inserting moisture into cracks and breaking up walls. But the true victor in nature's race to reclaim Wrigley Field isn't the ivy. In the infield once prowled by the Chicago Cubs, buckthorn, a thick, dense shrub, is taking over. It was brought from Europe in the mid-1800s and is one of the Midwest's most threatening plant species.
One of the ways that buckthorn is spread is that
Ooh,
birds.
DePaul University. It's not far from here.
The fruit itself is sort of harsh on the intestines of the animal. It will essentially have bird diarrhea. And so the birds, after consuming a crop of buckthorn fruit, will fly away and very quickly disseminate the plant.
In the time of humans, groundskeepers at Wrigley Field had to regularly mow and treat the grass with chemicals to prevent any of the seeds from taking root. But with no maintenance crews around, the drought seeds from the birds quickly fertilize on the infield grass and begin sprouting a wild, woolly hedgerow that grows to 10 feet tall.
You won't be able to walk through it, never mind throw a ball in there.
"10 years after people, in downtown Chicago, the landmark 110-story Sears Tower is slowly deteriorating. After the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, the city began rebuilding vertically with new frames of steel. It was the birth of the skyscraper. Now, rainwater pools and rots the Sears Tower's roof. Moisture seeps down into the structure and begins rusting the bolts holding the giant glass and aluminum panels on the exterior. Freezing wind, rain, and snow off Lake Michigan violently batters the hulking structure. Some of the plates peel off the building and crash into the streets below. I don't do your bidding anymore. If I don't have the loyalty of my own son, how can I expect support from anyone else? Isn't this where you make some mysterious prediction about my destiny? You've got to trust yourself on this one, sure. You can count on it.
The final horn doesn't have to be the end of the action, because with NHL Center Ice on Xfinity, you can watch the out-of-market games you want all season long. And with the Xfinity Sports Zone, you get everything NHL all in one place. Even notifications about your favorite teams. Watch every barn burner, barreling check, and all the top shelf action. Plus, get instant access to your teams with the power of your voice. That's simple, easy, awesome.
Say NHL Center Ice into your voice remote to check out a free preview. Don't miss out.
The cinematic event.
I'm Captain Kidd. Captain. Little girl is lost. I'm taking her home.
Is now available at home.
How much offer? This child is not for sale.
Tom Hanks.
You can't have her! I'm taking her home!
News of the world.
Introducing Xfinity Movie Premiere with movies straight from the theater into your home for the first time ever.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And parents are seeing an impact. And now we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students can be ready for anything.
We are bringing the theater home to you with Xfinity Movie Premiere.
We're the crews.
We are the veterans.
Welcome to a better way to live.
This place is changing everyone.
A little change isn't the end of the world.
Get access to the latest movie releases from the comfort of home. The Cruise, A New Age, available now.
What is this?
Kind of big, isn't it?
Just say Xfinity Movie Premiere into your voice remote to bring the theater to you.
We've traveled halfway around the world to go after one of the largest treasures in modern history.
I know.
One thing to know where something is doesn't mean you can always get it out.
The hunt for Yamashita's gold continues.
If we get that treasure, to change what we think about World War II. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars unaccounted for. Here we go. We're just inches away.
Moscow of World War II, all new Tuesday at 9.
It's 30 years into a life after people. We're a look into the future of lakefront cities like Chicago. One only has to visit Gary, Indiana. Though parts of the Midwest metropolis are alive and well, huge swaths have been abandoned. Gary, Indiana once had a thriving population of nearly 200,000 people. Then a slow, unfolding disaster hit.
Gary was founded in 1906 by U.S. Steel and was created as a company town.
Yep, over Gary, Indiana.
Industry.
Gary and Detroit
The economy of US Steel
both had problems
started
after
to
people started
slide
buying Japanese
down.
cars.
The entire city just started to vacate and become abandoned.
It's like just like Detroit and Chicago.
The
Same
city
way.
then became
Detroit
known as the Pompeii of the
and
Midwest, a city of ruins.
it's like
where
Michigan.
You could walk down the street and there was no one here. It's just a city of decay.
It's like Detroit.
Like Chicago, Gary grew because it helped link the Great Lakes to the transcontinental railroad system. But now, Lake Michigan is the source of its demise.
The weather in Gary is extremely tough because we're very close to the lake, which brings in a lot of humidity in the summer. And in the winter, it also brings in a lot of freezing rain and snow. We have a tremendous amount of freeze-thaw cycles, and it's not uncommon to get 30 or 40 freeze-thaw cycles a day in the city. And that literally just wreaks havoc on the buildings.
The constant expansion and contraction of moisture in the city's structures due to extreme temperature fluctuations, as much as 60 degrees in a day, with freezing ice, then melting water, can split walls like a jackhammer.
Yep.
Gary's train station, built in 1910, was a critical Midwestern hub for transporting steel freight and thousands of passengers. Hundreds of rail cars moved through here each day. 30 years of untamed nature have taken a frightening toll. Once the skylight shattered, the interior was open to a deluge of water. Moisture rusted the structure's steel supports, weakened the masonry, and caused parts of the roof to collapse.
This building would have been able to have remained in good usable condition had someone simply put a new roof on it, just kind of maintained the windows or boarded it up. But without that, the building is just being ravaged.
Once the place where people gathered for grand wedding ceremonies and solemn funerals, only a few blocks away from the train station sits Gary's most notable church.
This is the Gary Methodist Church that was constructed in 1925 for the Gary community. It had a population of about 3,000 parishioners. After the decline of Gary, it dwindled to less than 200. So it ceased being a church in 1975.
Once people fled, the routine maintenance like painting, carpentry, and plastering abruptly halted. Like the train station, water began collecting on the roof, rotting a hole in the ceiling.
The hole in the roof got larger and larger, allowing more and more water in, more freezing, thawing, cracking. It has completely deteriorated all of the roof beams and the roof rafters above us. All of the plaster is deteriorated, it's now on the floor.
Without the protective covering of plaster, the exposed brick attracts moisture and develops moss. Once weakened, it breaks off and begins raining down on the main floor of the sanctuary.
We've got a lot of mold growth that's evident on the bricks, and we're starting to see very small plants start to grow out of the brick. So it's not long before those smaller plants turn into bigger plants that turn into trees that are going to deteriorate and damage the walls even further.
After 3 decades of battering from high winds, broiling sun, and freezing snow, the church is close to complete collapse.
It's amazing that when you can walk into a sanctuary of this size, and originally imagine that there were 3,000 people who used to come and pray here and worship here. And
Beastars now.
the choir lofts are falling off the walls. If you wanted to imagine what it would be like without people, you couldn't imagine or find a place more evocative. You just wonder what God had to walk.
At the center of downtown sits the 3,000-seat Palace Theater, one of the most legendary old show places in the Midwest.
At its time, in 1925, it was just a wonderful theater. Obviously, all of that is gone. It's not going to last much longer. Small rodents and animals and dog packs have walked through this building and created 2 distinct paths from the outside in and inside out. It's not unlike when you walk into the woods or a large prairie and you see paths that were created by animals. All the young men in Gary used to be proud to bring their dates here, but now only the cheap seats remain.
The ruins of Gary provide a glimpse of life just 30 years after people, a harsh oracle for large lakefront cities like Cleveland and Detroit.
You don't remind me. Detroit is like Chicago. Detroit and Gary is exactly the same.
And at Fidelity, you'll get planning and advice to help you prepare for the future without sacrificing what's most important to you today. Because with Fidelity, you can feel confident that the only direction you're moving is forward.
To separate what's fact from fiction. What's a cover-up or made up? What's natural or unnatural? There's only one man for the job. The History Channel original series, The Unexplained with William Shatner. All new, Friday at 9. Prepare to have your mind altered. Right here on the History Channel.
It's 50 years into a life.
YouTube.
One blur of this year going by.
Stream live and on-demand TV, now including these favorites. YouTube TV. Try it free.
Governor Whitmer wants Line 5 shut down.
Yes.
That's 750,000 gallons of propane that won't be coming every day for over 300,000 Michigan families to heat and fuel their homes.
No more Madonna. No more Madonna.
Welcome to the back of your mind. This
Started.
The Box, YouTube.
Protect and alert you. See how we're tracking storms right now?
Let's see what we're doing real quick before I decide to watch The Box.
Resources are featured in this program. The following is a paid presentation for Pio, created by Shalene Johnson. She's a New York Times best-selling author,
Bitch.
a top-ranking podcaster, lifestyle entrepreneur with millions of online followers, and
What's
has
this?
millions of best-selling fitness
YouTube.
DVDs. And today she's got a special free offer.
Which I'm not going to use because I don't think free offers are good. If I owned a RV, I'd be doing some. Get comfy. Okay. No more Madonna. Yeah, oh no.
No more Madonna.
Okay.
No more Madonna.
Turned on the radio today. What did I hear the DJ say?
Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 63. Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 63. Chapter 3. Grease, the Light of Fire. Sorry. Chapter 63. Grease, the thin a fi- the then the light of a light a fire.
Cardboard box. I think that name's gonna need a little work. For now, we better just stick with the oddity archive. Well, I think I can safely say that a real good chunk of my viewership came of age during those 20 years or so, so early 80s to early 2000s, in which music videos were an especially big part of
Canada
culture.
promoted
And even
something.
now, even though they
Peak.
don't really run them
It's been
anymore,
4 hours.
music videos
3 in the morning. 3 o'clock. I got 3 hours. He got 3 hours left, I think.
Well, of course, not all of us had cable.
I better check on him, Slurp.
My family eventually got cable, but still. But that doesn't mean that those of us without cable didn't get to see our share of music videos. So with that, today I want to take a look at some of those, shall we say,
Bam, bam. Hey, Legacy, I hope you are still sitting up straight. You haven't fallen asleep yet, haven't you? Bam, bam, bam.
I am not referring to shows like Friday Night Videos. I'm talking about real, full-fledged
Hey,
channels.
are you awake?
To my shock, there were quite a few of them.
How can I fall asleep? I'm meditating in front of meat. This training is intensive.
Okay, let's start with the biggie.
It took you 3 days to lose a bit your control, but not losing enough. Remember, you're choosing this path. You need to be able to handle maximum temptation at and streets.
Video Jukebox was launched by
3 days ago.
investor Steve
Legacy, I hope you understand what it means to a carnivore to train seriously. What do you mean?
Was to create a low-cost, microtransaction-based model.
You have eat meat.
The service
Black market.
Jacksonville,
A carnivore has to custom meat to turn into a warrior. It's only natural, right?
Video Jukebox.
Hey, what's that look under your? You understand what I'm saying, don't you? But I do. But if I have to eat herbivore meat, become stronger enough. Proven herbivores that a paradox. For you, yes. But carnivores are all soldiers. All eat meat in secret. No, I won't. I won't do it. His brow is furrier than he looks. Worried but determined. I thought you said that you understand how reckless risk that it when you start training I will be all the more difficult if you don't eat meat. I'll be fine. I'll do anything you say except eat meat. First, I need to completely overcome my desire for meat. Then I need to transform my something meat blossoms of my meat is capable to become more powerful without consenting meat.
Plus the long distance phone charges to Miami, assuming you were outside of Miami. However, in the name of revenue generation, because let's face it, there weren't many advertisers, it was soon amended to a 900 or 976 toll call. In the end,
I need to face my desire of meat and keep applying psychologic physical on myself. Only then I will be able to reach a higher level. This keeps making me drool and thinks my nose is torture. It's my third day of training, and I feel throwing up all the time.
Such as Madonna's Justify
What kind of meat was that? Time's up. What kind of meat was that?
Therein lies the
Cheap stuff I bought at the black market. The meat of a camel who died of natural causes. Haha, look, awful, pale. You are getting to be exhausted by the time you get back to school. Really? Ready to quit training yet? No. Please train me some more tomorrow.
The Jukebox Network was rebranded as simply The Box. With it came a shift more towards in most markets, predominantly urban playlist. The formula proved to be...
I don't want to eat meat. I want to protect herbivores. The world is a harsh place to customize. Won't help you grow stronger. You have hold on to the edge of your edge. Your true nature is to focus. Carnivore steps in the darkness, no matter how hard you result your instincts. Anger, hate, full of yourself with instantly of those feelings. Negative emotions are who make you powerful. Upperclass man, Legacy you look awful like Legacy. What's wrong? What is wrong? What? Upperclassmate Legacy, you look awful lately. What's going on? What's going on?
64 gigabyte server with the videos encoded to the lossy MPEG-2 codec. Another development.
You are being formal today, Dina. That's a surprise. Yeah, our club president told me to be more polite. Seriously, are you okay? Okay, you have shaved all your fur. You gotten so squirmy. Are you having a mental problem or something? What would you do if I was having a mental problem. Don't worry about me. I am talking you with me to the design team warehouse today. I wish you take an interest in stage and work.
In May of 1999,
I don't care about that stuff. Nope. Sorry.
A few websites had the rights to the box thrown in as a
How much? The box?
January 1st,
Times
2001,
old costumes.
The box became, thanks to the existing
That box over there is so full of fabric, huh?
Non-request
What's
variation of
in the packing up?
Over the following 14 years,
Strong sense of
very slowly sold
a
off
strong sense
or
of a
shut
female
down the remaining
can.
former Fox affiliates.
So I can
The
take
last
off now.
closed in 2015.
A sense
Funnily
is
enough,
coming from
MTV
him.
kept the UK version of the box running, albeit later selling out to the British Channel 4.
Huh? He's
As of
checked.
this episode, the box
You
UK
shake
is
red. What's
still
happening?
in operation.
Oh, this? It's kind of embarrassing. A girl slapped me. That's all. What can I say?
In 1984,
It's totally.
longtime Boston
I was totally making out
John
my way,
Garabedian
girlfriend,
and
when I had accidentally alerted her, called her another girl, her name, another girl's name.
to start a local over-the-air
Talk about a huge mistake.
tailored for Boston, Massachusetts. Best of all, most Bostonians
It's
didn't subscribe.
is that so? Sounds completely simple. Completion. I don't have a girlfriend.
Area. Oh yeah.
I'm really not in the mood to talk about anyone else's love. I don't.
So those relative few.
Really? Are you in love with anyone?
Second choice.
I refuse to consider this conversation standard.
Channel 66.
I am not where you're going. Why not? Hey, where are you going? I've been trying to think about harder so I can concentrate on my training. Wait.
Within a 15-mile radius. WBJB asked to be licensed to the town of Marlborough. About
Are you super loyal? You have only one beast in your heart. Impressive, but it wasn't. It's what you expect from a dog. He has no idea. How hard it is for me to control myself. He flows in my instincts, delivering whatever he wants. He could never understand me. Teach me the secret of your loyalty, like that. Why does everyone get so bent out of shape if you have more than one lover? Because you are not being censored. But beasts have their own description of what it means to be censored. No shit. I'm censored, but I enjoy life. I don't see the points mentally, so.
In a way, this really set the tone for VC6.
Even if you end up devouring me in one bite, I wouldn't commit you. I mean, if I was to wear clothes, this construction. When I am I'm getting a little close, snapping with another beast, just the two of us. If I'm with a girl, I want to kiss her right away. You're an idiot. I don't want you to. Don't you have the regret to devour me now? The beast in front of me, your sheep, is who will forgive you if you did. This wolf is 17 years old, but today, for the first time in his life, he experiencing something he has never felt before.
Now, I mentioned earlier that MTV used to
a clear and instance loading for a herbivore. I don't eat meat. I don't have a girlfriend. I am not a wolf who doesn't need anything. Really, whatever. My hand hurts. This 17-year-old is full of negative energy. I'm hungry. I'm going to the dining hall to get some veggies.
Featuring nothing but local Boston
Cut.
scenery. In spite of that song's reference.
This ass. Okay, Peter's definitely being an ass.
Towns, but not Boston.
Look how that's a music video, Roxanne. You can only see it here all day long.
Despite being a firm local favorite, V66 had the issue of not qualifying for the local TV guide, and as such, not eligible for ratings. Coupled with music video channels' tendency, including MTV, to only retain viewers for brief periods of time, equaled a distinct lack of advertising revenue. To counteract this, V66 started folding in shows such as American Bandstand and Soul Train into their schedule. This didn't work, so they added professional wrestling, then game shows, then original local talk shows. While this did get the station's ad revenues up a bit, the cost of all the extra programming wound up defeating their own efforts. In the summer of 1986, V66 was sold off to the Home Shopping Club, now Home Shopping Network, for the sum of $20 million. V66 quietly and unceremoniously signed off on September 21st, 1986, with one last airing of their homemade video for Starship's We Built This City. Today, V66 is WUTF, Channel 27, a Unimas affiliate. Atlanta, Georgia's WVEU, Channel 69, started life as an affiliate of non-cable pay TV channel Superstar in 1981. Amusingly, WVEU never did any business with VEU, another non-cable pay TV network. Anyway, given that Atlanta already had cable by 1981, Superstar didn't do much business. To add insult to injury, thanks to daytime radio interference, WVEU was forced to be a primarily nighttime only station. By 1983, the interference problems were cleared up, but Superstar was on its last legs. Superstar closed on July 23rd. WVEU proceeded to limp along with whatever cheap and or public domain material they could scrape together. Back in July of 1982, VMC, or Atlanta's Video Music Channel, launched on the local Warner Amex cable system, largely as a way of getting around the huge fees to carry MTV. The channel was run very cheaply out of the basement of the local Center Stage Repertory Theater. By early 1984, despite its limitations, VMC had, unsurprisingly, built up a good following amongst local cable subscribers, but was having a hard time bringing in ad revenue. Serendipitously, WVEU was looking to reinvent itself and shake its image as a bottom-tier UHF station. Negotiations were made, and VMC proceeded to take over the existing WVEU studios. While WVEU's higher-end gear meant that VMC couldn't be quite as freewheeling as it once was, videos had to be programmed in advance now, VMC quickly blew away any of WVEU's previous programming. Unsurprisingly, despite this, the ad revenue never did roll in. If anything, VMC was the template for the subsequent V66 in Boston. Filler programs were brought in, which became ever more frequent. By mid
Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 64. Volume 8, Chapter 64. Now, this is going to be sounding a little different, guys, so here we go.
Production manager Tom Roach said it best. There was really no last day of the video
Cosmo,
music channel.
the house is full today. You are starting, you are the star everyone is here to see perform.
Secondary programming, such as the home
Chapter
channel
64.
overnight service.
Dancer without pointy
Today,
shoes.
WVEU is WUPA, a CBS-owned CW network affiliate.
They're here because my show is carnivores, simple lit. There are hunger for both blood and sex. If my ivory, my property, you never got rid of carnivore as a herbivore. Hell no. I'm a herbivore who works in the back alley market. I guess myself one mischief left me is enough. The light market is where carnivores let off steam. Butchers aren't the only shops here.
Select TV. On June 1st, 1985, U68 was
At this
with music videos,
at this strip club, at this gentleman club, the fatter the stripes are under, the louder the carnivores release from their work day, growling until they sound is enough out there. Our last performance is Cosmo, a cappella. Quiet, everyone.
By diversifying their schedule, running the odd music-related talk show, as well as music news, and local cult favorite Uncle Floyd.
You want that youthful figure back? Let's go get it. That's what Joni did.
Okay, it's almost time for the news. Put your paws into the cage. It's sacredly forbidden. Hello, beasts. Here I am. Cosmo, I have been waiting all night for you. Cosmo. I don't know how to do that sexy whistling thing, guys. The scent of a female herbivore without fabric around her body to condemn it, gulp. It's much more intense, fresh, and sweet. There's even the smell of meat. I'll stir the sector for food and sex into a Catholic mix true. Drink and litter at the same time. Material patterns I might hide. Watching you or watching me, but I am watching you too. Okay, start again. It's much more interesting fresh meat and sweat than even the smell of meat. Cut into pieces for eating. I'll stir your digestion for food and sex into a Cosmic mix true. Drink a liter at the serum, medicine pensions of my hide. I'm watching. You're watching me, but I'm watching you too. This is a little hard for me to read. You are ones who are in the cage. I rule this space. Cosmo, you are amazing, Cosmo. Good work. I have a dilemma. The customers keep asking me to remove your cage. You're completely complaining that it cheers them up too many blind spots. Our audience will behave nowadays, but still, I don't mind. No worries. According to the date they requested, I don't want to see another dancer devour on stage. Some customers lose control. Forget about it. There used to be a female deer stripped 2 years ago, but she's dead now. Herbivores at the black market are the front lines of death naturally. There makes up my makes it up makes up off. There's my makeup off. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I'm going to keep making carnivores for all they're worth. And I'll gladly be killed and devoured when my time comes. Lewis is smoking a cigarette with a scarf. Huh? That Cosmo. Or Cosmo. I think Cosmo's a female deer. What are you? What an herbivore being what's an herbivore doing in a place like this? Isn't he underage? What's his deal? Did this teenager deer come out to our mobile courtesy? Hey, I've been stripping for 8 years now. The two types of customers I express are carnivores, those who prey me, and herbivores who make fun of me. I don't know who are you, but I get devoured if you don't watch out. Like a kid like you overthought being to be home in bed at this time of night. She yells it, but I'm not gonna yell it. I feel sick. I still have more work to do tonight. Sorry to keep you waiting. I look great today as well. I'm glad you are texting. Come on, let's go. There's doesn't know about this side of the gig. No stripper here would refuse the goods who pays pretty much this much. Mr. Stir cares. Bear likes me. I've been revoted him. Feels good, Cosmo. Dozens of professional servers like this. But every time I do it with him, he grabs my head too hard. Hey, watch it, mister. You are a carnivore. So, do you like it so much when a herbivore does it to you? What? It's the hunger list. Why are you so turning on by me? Cosmo, we do have a choice between those two distards. Oh, I get it. Oh yeah, Cosmo. Grr. So it's today. the day I die. So, it's the day that I die. Hey, stop it, that. Hey, stop that. This theater is in our territory, and no beast has free reign on our watch. Right, boss? Shishigumi! Get him. Right, Roger there, boss. You told me to go home, young lady. The black market is my home. It's a pleasure meeting you again. We are both herbivores. I hope we can get along. Cut.
Thanks for joining me tonight. Bronson Healthcare is beginning Phase 1B in the vaccination process today, giving shots to people 65 and older. News Channel 3's Trisha McCauley joins us now live in Portage from the clinic. Trisha, tell us how many people got the shot today and how you can sign up for an appointment.
Bronson staff started giving shots around 8:30 this morning, and they're just taking their last appointments right now. Now, health leaders tell me they were able to get about 600 people the vaccine here today at the Portage Clinic, and they have multiple clinics scheduled over the next week. Between now and Thursday, Bronson health leaders tell me they hope to vaccinate more than 4,000 patients. They say they get weekly shipments of the vaccine, and based on the quantity, are able to open up appointments. Bronson staff says if you're trying to get an appointment, check My Chart in the morning because they fill up fast. Marcia Stafford got her shot today. She said she hopes it allows her to get back to a sense of normalcy.
I'm very, very careful. I wear my mask. I've only been out in stores maybe 6 times in 10 months. My son and daughter are there all the time to help bring me my groceries, check on me, so it's been okay.
Coming up tonight on News Channel 3, find out how Bronson leaders say they plan to get the vaccine out to the entire community. Live in Portage, Trisha McCauley, News Channel 3.
All right, thanks, Trisha. Well, Michigan has now surpassed 535,000 COVID-19 cases since the start of the pandemic. Today, the state reported more than 1,900 new cases in the last 24 hours. Michigan also reported 103 new deaths. 90 of those were identified during a vital records review. So far, more than 442,000 people have recovered. The new UK variant of COVID-19 has now been found here in Michigan. Today, state health officials say the strain was identified in a woman living in Washtenaw County. They say she recently traveled to the UK. While this new variant is more contagious, the CDC says it doesn't believe it's more dangerous. Researchers say the new COVID-19 vaccines are also effective against this strain. States nationwide are trying to get more COVID-19 vaccine supplies and distribution after warning about more contagious variants of the infection. Yesterday, the CDC said models show it could worsen the spread of the virus across the country. The agency is urging people to wear masks, avoid gatherings, and stay socially distant from one another.
Going to burden the healthcare system. It is only going to increase the number of deaths, and it is going to spread the illness faster throughout the country.
Researchers say they believe more people vaccinated means more protection for the public. The CDC is calling for aggressive vaccine distribution. So far, just over 12 million doses have been administered. All right, taking a live look now over downtown Kalamazoo with our Peregrine car camera. A beautiful day across West Michigan, a little chilly though. Meteorologist Will Haney is in our Weather Alert Center. Will, how's it going?
Yeah, Kelly, doing well. And, we haven't really seen a whole lot in the weather department so far today in the area of rain or snow showers. But those are starting to become a little bit more widespread, as you can see here on satellite and radar, especially west of US 131. As we look on live Doppler radar, though, stripping away the cloud cover, you can see these a little bit more in high detail. And you can see, again, a lot more of the precipitation concentrated right along I-196, stretching through parts of Allegan County, Van Buren, down towards Berrien counties too. Farther north, specifically the Grand Rapids area, we've been seeing those snow showers off and on throughout the afternoon, but that band of precipitation that was out on Lake Michigan is now migrating a little bit farther inland, and so we'll expect some rain snow mix here in the next few hours. South Haven right now, the waves are down, but you can see it looks like some sort of precipitation on the lens there, but not really much in the way of any snow on the ground still. Our temperatures right now are in the lower to mid 30s, and most locations still above freezing, which is certainly helping keep any sort of impacts very, very low. We're not really expecting any impacts tonight from any rain or snow showers. Your fastcast, though, does feature temperatures falling to the low 30s. We do have a minor accumulation on the way for tomorrow. I'll tell you who's most likely to see over an inch of snow coming up a little later in the show. Callie.
Breaking news.
Law enforcement officials in all 50 states are preparing for a potentially violent week leading up to President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration. Here in Michigan, the mayor of Lansing and police are warning people to stay away from the state capitol building tomorrow around noon. Right now, a 6-foot fence surrounds the building. Police are anticipating armed protests. They say if you're not attending the protest, do not go downtown while it is happening. The city's mayor is encouraging people who live downtown to stay inside.
Concerned about what happened in D.C. You know, there's chatter on both sides. There's chatter that people should come and create mischief, and there's chatter that some in the militia and others are being told to stay away because someone may infiltrate the group and cause violence.
Governor Whitmer has activated the Michigan National Guard. Law enforcement, including the FBI, is avoiding specifics about how much force they're bringing in to keep the area safe. While law enforcement is mostly focusing on protests this weekend, we learned from officials some militias may be planning, quote, surprise attacks next week. Airbnb is also preparing for protests at the state capitol. A spokesperson for the company says it is reviewing reservations in Lansing for the coming week, adding any guests associated with violent hate groups will be banned from the platform. A live look now over the U.S. Capitol, where in just a matter of days, Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th President of the United States. Security continues to tighten across Washington, D.C. ahead of the inauguration. Justin Hinton with our sister station in D.C. gives us an inside look a few days before the big day.
A walk down Constitution Avenue looks a lot different as D.C. prepares for the inauguration.
Just fascinated to see this kind of embarrassing state that our country has come to, and I just wanted to witness it personally.
Non-scalable fencing and blocked off roads, just part of the new normal. Hard to take for Alexandria resident Tate Westbrook, a U.S. Navy active duty officer.
Here we are witnessing what is necessary to defend critical parts of our infrastructure against the risks that are sadly alive and well in our country.
But D.C. is also a place where 700,000 people live. This map shows it all, outlining the affected closure zones with different levels of restricted access inside. It's something that the D.C. Police Department recognizes.
The street closures were occurring, the fencing was coming up, and we were securing the area quicker than we could get notification out to the community. So you all may have experienced the exact same thing that I just experienced trying to drive around and ascertain where these closures are.
Councilman Charles Allen tweeted some of his constituents weren't being allowed into their homes, even after they showed ID proving they lived there. We reached out to him to see if the problem was resolved, but haven't heard back. In any case, MPD says patience will be needed as a number of agencies work to keep the area protected. In Washington, D.C., I'm Justin Hinton.
The Transportation Security Administration is on high alert at Washington's 3 airports leading up to Inauguration Day. TSA says there will be additional law enforcement and canine presence at Reagan National, Washington Dulles, and BWI Thurgood Marshall airports. Security has been heightened since last week's attack on the Capitol. At Reagan National Airport, CNN has observed Capitol Police and tactical armored police vehicles, which is considered rare at the airport. To see how law enforcement here in Michigan are preparing for potentially violent protests this weekend, just head to our website, wwmt.com, or you can check out our free news channel, free mobile app. Philanthropic foundations who give millions to help enhance prosperity in local communities are banding together to denounce political violence. They're calling on leaders to protect American democracy following the U.S. Capitol riots. In an open letter, the Kalamazoo Community Foundation and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation and more than 100 nationally known nonpartisan philanthropic foundations call on leaders to accept the results of the 2020 election and protect democracy. The group is asking for political leaders to turn to governance and help people who are overlooked and excluded. The CEO of the Kalamazoo Community Foundation says the local community is feeling the ripple effect from what happened in Washington, D.C.
This is really about democracy and the safety and well-being of communities. It's not a partisan issue, it's about our democracy. This is a moment for institutions and organizations to really think and reflect on what their role is and what they are consciously or unconsciously participating in.
Now, it is not just foundations taking issue with what's happened at the Capitol. Major corporations across the country are now reassessing donations to politicians who refuse to accept the results of the 2020 election. For months, we've had to wear masks, but is your face covering doing its job? The one trick that'll let you know if it's time to ditch your favorite mask.
Trust in the election escalating into a riot in D.C. The new Channel 3 IT reveals the changes experts say need to happen in order to build back voter trust. Monday at 11 on News Channel 3.
Let me check my phone real quick. Treatment Centers of America. Treating cancer.
Can you check some real quick?
It's all we do. And now we're able to treat more patients because we're in network with even more major insurance plans. So if you've been turned down before, call us now.
If you or your family care for a loved one with Alzheimer's or another form of memory loss, Northwoods Village Kalamazoo is here for your family.
When Mom was in another facility, I found out about Northwoods Village. She adapted right off the bat, and she said she loves it. The care level of the staff is phenomenal. They have monitoring in the rooms, which is important, so they know when Mom is up. They've got plenty of activities. I think my mom, she's so busy, I think she needs a nap. She's happy, she's safe, and having a good time and meeting new people. So they loved her, we moved her in, and she's been happy every day.
It's dinner bell time down on the farm.
Try Bob Evans' Dinner Bell Plates.
Chicken farm.
Hearty entrees, including our new hand-breaded chicken. Just $7.99 each.
Are you freezing your paws off? Bradabug is here for you. At Bradabug, we're here when you need us to tune up your furnace for just $98. Just $98 to ensure your furnace will work all season long. Bradabug, we're here when you need us most.
Think you know FanDuel? Well, what if we told you that we've got an ace up our sleeve? There's a casino inside your FanDuel Sportsbook app in partnership with Motor City Casino. Simply select the Casino tab to play real online casino games like blackjack, roulette, and online slots for real cash anytime you want. So when we say there's more ways to win on FanDuel, you can take that to the bank. FanDuel Sportsbook and Casino is coming to Michigan. Right now, get $100 in site credit just for signing up.
We've been doing this work for almost half a century together. That's why people call us Michigan's first family of law. Chances are we probably helped someone you know.
The National Desk covers America's news now.
Live across America with breaking news at the Live Desk.
Nearly 4,000 National Desk journalists covering America.
Weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on your CW7. News never stops, and neither does News Channel 3 on your CW7 at 10. You can trust News Channel 3, so connect to your community on your time. For live, local, breaking news, turn to News Channel 3 on your CW7 at 10. Thank you for turning to News Channel 3 at 6. The news continues right now.
Okay.
Medical experts are warning we are still going to have to wear masks a while longer. Now, the question is, though, does your cloth mask still work? Reporter Barbara Moore.
Yeah, it does. I wash it once.
Whether your mask is still protecting you, or if it's time
Beastars.
to stitch up a new one.
I didn't want to watch Stars. I said 3. YouTube.
Mod still working after you've reused it.
I wash it. Does that work? Dishes tomorrow. Okay, so you're not a YouTuber? So YouTube in a bit, YouTube in a bit.
To show up to show off.
Beastars are gone. Boy Scouts died off. I'm going on one YouTuber's channel. I have to leave it on their channel, and that's it. Right? Okay. I'll read some more book. Okay, guys, I'm just looking for some background noise because, no offense, but I actually did a friend of mine did a survey, and people actually do agree that you need some kind of noise or music to do videos. It makes it easier to concentrate. Well, me, I do the same thing. I'm waiting for the next video, Little Beastars, to come out to watch. There we go. Okay, we need this to put. I'm gonna put this on. Oh, let's put it on like that. There we go. So this is the pizza video.
At Motor City Harley Davidson in Farmington Hills, get interest rates
Too damn far.
0% APR and no money down.
Why go that far when I can go to Sturgis?
What are you waiting for? Shop us at MotorCityHarley.com.
Planters is for the cravers. Crunchy, savory cravers. And the cravers that deserve something special. Planters Deluxe Mixed Nuts. Stay satisfied.
Today, we're going to see who can make the worst pizza. And if the judge determines that you made the worst, most disgusting pizza of all time, you win $1,000. Yes! To the store!
So I'm just going to tell you guys right off the bat my plan for my pizza. I'm going with minty onions. It's a new flavor. You probably haven't tried it yet. My plan is to get an entire bottle of like mint or peppermint extract. I'm going to douse my dough with all this extract. And also, the food called.
While everyone's looking for pizza, though, I'm going to be making a sweet pizza. I mean, candy apple. So for my pizza, I'm going to be making a spicy seafood curry pizza. I'm pretty sure Matt hates seafood, so I gotta make it as disgusting as possible. I mentioned I'm only going to get my most hated flavors of sweet thing. These are good, except there's the orange flavor that's awful.
Expensive now.
Nobody likes Smarties. Black licorice, still out.
So for my pizza crust, I'm actually going to go to Papa Murphy's and buy one of their pre-made doughs, and then I can use
More than I'm going to get in back.
Maybe kind of good, but this will save me some cooking time.
Well, now I told you I was going to get sweet stuff. This, however, is not sweet.
Oh, look at all this fresh seafood, guys. I think I got all the goodies for this pizza. A basket full of nonsense. Now I think it's time to go back to the house.
Get cooking.
Let's go back home. We each have all our ingredients. It's time to get decorating our pizza.
Decorating?
Yeah. Pizza. First thing the chef's got to do is wash his hands. So for my pizza, I am actually making a pizza crust by hand, basically pouring this bag in water and it turns into dough somehow.
Now that I'm at my cooking station, which is inconveniently by Bimbo, you may ask, why do I have a pre-made pizza? Well, that is the base, what we're making. But before we get to there, we've got to soak it in some hot vegetable juice. V8, make you feel like a champion. Woo!
Half a cup of hot water.
Just like it sounds when I use the restroom, huh? We're making a deep dish special. But this is going to be our roux. Now, you may be asking, why is there a roux? I'm going to ask you. Stop asking me questions.
So first thing I'm going to want to do is work on my dough, my crust, which they already rolled it out for me, which was nice, but I got to add a bunch of ingredients to it, so I'm going to have to smoosh it up in time for the main event. Oh my. Oh, Scott.
I think I'm going to tip.
So I'm going to be customizing my dough with a bunch of weird ingredients, including wasabi. I also got anchovy paste, just a bunch of disgusting.
Fine, okay? Everything's fine. While we're stirring up our roux, let's get it on fire. Shall we doing a sweet pizza with a little bit of a heat twist? I'm not holding out on you. I don't know, weird seasoning I found. Butter flavor sprinkles.
There's my dough. I'm going to throw it in the oven, get it to cooking, then I can put on the rest of the ingredients. Ivor, can you open the oven? Nope. It's already smoking. Go, I think it's good.
We've got the dough and it's kind of marinated, so I'm going to need to start marinating some of my other ingredients, such as these. These are my favorite pizza ingredients.
Oh, pepperoni.
Look at this gelatinous waste. Wow.
Oh,
Who has
Chicken and rice, baby food.
I'm not even kidding, guys. I'm about to barf. It smells so bad over here. Oh, are you making soup or what's going on over here?
I'm making a roux for my deep.
So for my pizza base, I'm going to combine habanero pepper sauce, extra hot peri peri sauce, horseradish sauce, and some hot red Thai coconut curry. Ouch. Comatose heat level habanero sauce. Oh man, this is getting bad. Oh, got the onion mix here. Almost forgot to put tang in here.
Is that a chemical reaction? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the roux is almost ready to ooze over our amazing pizza. But first, we gotta have things to melt on our pizza. Some great big blue cheese chunk on top. On top of York Thin Mints. We're gonna put this just the whole thing here. And then we're
Might
gonna
happen.
melt it down. Let's try a little test, shall we? Just kind of melt them down. Fill the basin. That's good. See, all the nutrients will soak up on that bread. It's gonna be there.
I got two different kinds of cheese.
There's some chocolate
Blue
tasty.
cheese crumble, weird looking black cheese. I think it's goat's milk. Not only is my pizza spicy, but it's got some seafood vibes to it. So I got some
Hey, baby.
shrimp and a crab cake.
Good.
Seashell.
Hello, can I help?
Down.
You're doing great. Oh, yes. Okay, so sauce looks to be about done. Next up, in the pizza assembly process, cheese. Now, I spent a lot of time in the cheese aisle finding the most unique cheese.
Beastars,
First up, we
Volume
got
8,
Munster
Chapter
cheese, which is one of the top 10
65.
cheeses of
Volume 8, Chapter
But maybe
65.
My sinuses have been imploded with onions. We're doing the 2 cheese blend. So once this is Munster cheese everywhere, one more style cheese.
Chapter 65. The value of virtual genes. Lewis.
Okay, and it's dripping with pepper. Okay, now it's time to layer it with pepperoni.
Time to add the witch's brew. Of course, once it's surrounded, gotta get out the chunks.
Going, age 55, head of Horns conglomerate. Your relationship phase has evolved a bit longer than expected. And not until age of 18, notice, Sharon Academy, notice withdrawal, student's name Lewis. Not until the age of 18, father, I am not in rehabilitation. Reference.
Alright, I think my pizza's done.
Please, that's the time has finally came.
What happened?
I am not in rehabilitation. I'm not in relation phase. It's just that the time has finally came.
Right there.
Roll. The time to say goodbye to our fake relationship as father and son. I have explained the solution to you, so please sign the notice of my withdrawal. You must understand already that I can become a COG, a cog in the wheel of your business. It's been 13 years since the day I bought you for $7 million. I'm sorry, wasting your money. You were for the sale on the black market to be devoured alive, and I came out of the blue and discreetly drag you into the light. You were still young, Fawn, when I led you out by the hoof. It was early winter morning. The air was noticeably clear. I was surprised you remember that.
This one's set. Alright, because it's got so much onion and for some reason a lot of peppermint.
I'm glad this Fawn is seeing the outside world for the first time. It's a beautiful day like that.
Would only leave one person, Rick.
Instead, I was inside my ear was grinding inside I was grinning ear to ear. It was he served the ties with lifting an eyebrow. I am not doing what me away to doesn't need me anymore. He played the part of parents merely for appearance sakes. We only met once a month for dinner. His eyes so narrow I can't even tell if our eyes ever met. I have never had any idea what he's thinking. Father, I told you, I'm being the boss of the Shishigumi now. Never seems. I don't hustle to solve problems with my force.
Can I have water?
I always looked up to you. Our relationship is over. Sign the form. I can't afford to cause them any more trouble. I was born in the wet market, so please. I can't change my origin of my lineage. Let me go back to where I belong. I know you were different. I choose you because I couldn't help be respect how foolish you behaved.
What is this?
When you were 5, you tried to commit suicide rather than let carnivores devour you. At 18, you risen from facility to face the top of the Shishigumi. Now you are threatening to shoot me. Serving our relationship. You are foolish, but you were impressive well. It's no wonder you are the star of the drama club. How can you say that? You never came to my performance on stage, not once. That's all these years. I had no idea how to love or the son I choose. But now we are constructing that gun. 13 years of our emotions all counted now. I appreciate that. I'm willing to refuse signing this paper and let you shoot me. And be remembered that the head of a conglomerate who committed suicide out of despair because his son had turned into a cannibal. Why don't you think of that? That son.
My nostrils, like the bird off my nostrils. No. You want me to take a bite of this?
As y'all notice, this below named nearly takes a temporary leave of absence from Charrington Academy. Lewis, parent or guardian, Ogama.
This is so good. Thanks for the great pizza, man.
He's made me take a leave of absence instead. I really can't figure him out. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So, are we judging
Wow,
based on
I can't believe you showed up.
and taste, or just the taste?
Just
Like,
once.
my presentation right now. This is just
I thought I would have no introduction by above becoming friends, just we're both herbivores.
On the least favorite food on planet Earth.
I get
Good job on that.
I get it, but that's exactly why I can have fun together. Hey, 100 veggie juice, please. Back to veggie juice.
This thing was more appetizing to actually bite into. Probably the most out of each one because I just literally hate onions so much. However, I just spit it out immediately. I could not finish it.
No worries, this is the only place in the black market that serves vegetable juice. The better for us. One of my best friends was a guinea pig. This place is healthy and got a lot of the root vegetables. Tastes great. Tastes great. You're not used to like market yet, are you? At the end of the place, I haven't for carnivores, but hell for the herbivores. It took me 8 years, but I'm all ready to die here now. When I became a stripper, I knew I got to the point sooner or later. You're young. You can still get out of here. Put it on my tab, will you? Hey, Parky. See ya. Yeah, see ya. Be careful out there. Lewis, I knew it. Return eventually.
Today we are doing budget challenge ice fishing.
I believe that. Homer thermometer won't collapse because of delinquent behavior. Learn for your new position. Return when you become stronger enough to pull me together. It's too late to run home. Boss, let's get back to headquarters. For better or worse. Okay, boss. That's better. Light shines bright in the darkness. It's the Shishigumi. Oh. But it doesn't shine bright there for long. The new Shishigumi are awesome. Shishigumi, I have made up my mind. I belong on the side. Yay.
That's 5 more than the peasant. It is only up from here, gentlemen. Both of you got the low baller amount, so.
Hey,
Time for you to drop that.
Pinky, you belong. Hey, Pinky, you're blocking the road with that kid. Move out of the way. Cut. Leg. Cut.
You know, I think this was pretty nice. It is $700 though, but look at this. This is basically a big cover that you sit in when you're ice fishing. This one's only $260.
Okay, so I need to put a
fancy.
Okay, so which is this one?
If there's anything maybe like 15. Yeah.
No 6.
All right, here's the thing. I have to go ice fishing
No
for
6.
just $10. Bare minimum fishing supplies are pretty cheap. Check it out. So, 10-pound line here for $4. I mean, when it comes to ice fishing, I'm definitely gonna need something like this. Drill a giant hole in the ice, $379. I'll take it. Tungsten jig with a wax worm, jigging spoons, and stuff.
You can't ice fish.
So,
I can't even ice fish.
okay. So if you wanted,
I fish, but I fish with normal bait. I don't ice fish.
A gold tungsten jig head. I mean, that's.
65.
Bad bacteria in your gut can upset digestive balance. Amazing Floristore can help. It protects your gut by helping flush out bad bacteria, restoring digestive balance. There's only one probiotic hero, Floristore. Real protection for a resilient gut.
All January at Jimmy John's, use promo code FREESIDE to get a free side with the purchase of any 8-inch or 16-inch sandwich. That's free chips, a cookie, or a jumbo pickle. It's time for sandwich to pick a side. Just use FreeSide online or on the app. Wait, hold on. Whoa, they ran in the little house truck. Here with Matthew, you're going to tie him up and attach him to the ceiling. All you have to do is break out an find each of us in 30 minutes. You win $10,000. Wait, what? Yeah, but you're not gonna find us. Oh,
Hey, your last breakout video, Rick got out super easy.
yeah, and we learned a lot.
I feel very confident right now.
We already went to Home Depot. We got all of our supplies to tie up Matthew. Oh, all right, find the studs. Hurry.
Oh, almost this game.
Where's the studs? No, we got some tape. Tape, and even more tape, rope, locks, straps, clothespins. You're gonna tie that up now, and once we're done, the clock starts. Ready, Matt?
I didn't even know I was going to be doing this.
All right.
Sure. Let's go.
Oh my god.
So Rick, you broke out of this like it was
They want me to tie it up.
What, dude? They leveled you up, man. This is like 2.0. They learned from the mistakes that they had online. So what you're saying is I have a very low chance. Oh, okay. You take this.
Just anyone.
But am I gonna impale myself?
Just one of these.
No, dude. I'm gonna fall off and I'm gonna like get stabbed by the pistol.
Yo, you're like, what are you doing?
My pants are literally pulling down.
Hey, get back here! Get back here! Now your pants on.
I'm blind. Oh, you madman! Oh my gosh, I'm finding you. No! No! Ah! I have to be such a hairy man. Boy. 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 No. Oh my gosh. Hey, you. Let's go. Go towards me. Stop playing games, man. Get up. Point your toes. There you go. Keep going. Oh, you can't. Oh, God. You can't. Pull your hands in. I can't. I am too good. You speak the correct. Ah! Ah! Oh. Oh God. Something is giving way. Oh my God. No. Oh God. You might hope. Oh my God. Hey, for you. Permanently to our field. Respect. Oh God. Everything is going numb.
30 minutes on the timer. Are you ready? Set. Go.
Whoa. 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 It ran the whole house shook. Oh my God.
Open the front door. Get in here. Hyper, go. Push you in. I guess I'll guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Call the injured.
Help!
All right, there he is.
This is scary. How red is my face right now?
It's purple.
Oh God.
Into the barn. There's a spot that I don't know if I can get to though.
Oh, that's sharp. Rick, that's sharp. That.
Oh snap, dude! This whole thing came out of a stud.
It did. Okay, you didn't remove it. Oh my God. I think there has to be a Rick, there's no dude. You can't help me. Run for your life, Rick. Run.
The reason why I went around back is because there's still snow out here, so you can see my footprints going into the barn. So
You like get confused.
Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 66. Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 66.
Okay, I'm getting there. I loosed one. There's two. Alright.
Chapter 66, starring Chapter 66, a star in the stormy, cold autumn night, months of the dead. It just get lost. The black market isn't safe for him here. Are you all right? Where's your mom or dad?
He searches in the hay.
It's just a kid.
In the fireplace right now. Hyper's right in front of me.
Something's wrong.
There's no way Matt's gonna find us.
It's dangerous belonging out here all alone. Where do you live? Sense something managing behind me. Whoa, this just kill me.
My pants are coming down. Will the whole thing fall with it? Nope. We're good.
Move again. Move aside. Get going. You are listening. You listening. You listening, punk? Lego She? What are you doing here? I feel terrible. Whatever I think of you, you rip body. You massive judgment. That is the last place I ever expect you to find you. Why are you running into? Why am I running into you? The last beast the last beast in the world I want to see.
Like an action hero. This is dangerously close to somewhere I do not want to cut. Wow, it's sweaty.
There you are, Shishigumi. We have been Jaguar.
There we go, baby. Now we're back to business.
Jaguar crime, Matagumi. There you are, Shishigumi. We've been looking for everyone, everywhere for you. Been pressing your luck these days, throwing in your weight around everywhere. No hair balls allowed past this point. Well, I thought you were just a bunch of old geezers with age spots. Back off. We mark the rules around here now. We quit worrying about small fries the days we got our new boss.
An expert tracker. Is it anywhere it goes? Anywhere it is.
Lego She? Boss. We brought so much black market meat, and he's carrying it like it's nothing. Boss. They're calling me. We want to give them a taste of it. Okay? Is it okay? You're right. Don't be embarrassed yourselves. The beasts are watching. Go, Shishigumi. You take down the Maragami in 2 seconds. Teach them a lesson. All right, I'll show them what it means to be king of the beasts. Ready? I didn't hear a change after I left. He looks really different. What happened to Haru? The drama club. What's happening to you? I have no idea. He is such a nervous side.
Oh, I do. Just kidding.
Splat. I'm a fool. My way is too soft. Deep in my heart, I always threw. He's only carver with a conscience. It's been a week since Legacy began his meat training. He hasn't given up yet. But I'm coming to desire to eat meat through meditation seems impossible. It unselfish of I'll have to oversee him curiously to see if it has any effect. Legacy, it's me.
And my shoes are full of head.
Guys, literally just came in here and didn't see me. He was walking right underneath me around there and then left. I couldn't film because he would have saw me.
He's touching the meat. He looks completely disparate from before. He is not sweating at all. He is in a deep state of concentration. Vex says, how much has he changed? I'll be observing him for a moment. Go ahead. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm still I'm still in the middle of my meditation sense, but I like you to talk to. I like to talk to you. Okay.
Guys, Matt isn't even in the house right now. He's actually up at the barn. So we're just chilling out.
What? It must be exhausting. I'm not popular with girls. What's that? I don't care because the only girl I'm interested in is that rabbit. I've been getting along lately without. We are growing apart. That really looks good. Graham Joycing, the drama club president. He has sex with anyone he wants. I'm really not in the mood to hearing this confession of a 17-year-old virgin giving relationship advice. This sheep is mocking my experience and awkwardness. I've never been so annoyed with anyone before. I'm just have been in the bad mood because of my training, but afterwards it felt better. I want to be able to get mad at herbivores, and I want to be able to feel sad and happy with them.
Yep. Have you found anybody? Dude, go. What are you doing walking? Sorry, Justin. There's no way you get up here again, you simp. I literally have no clue.
I forget 10 things. It's totally normal. Carnivores and herbivores are leaving and we are attending the same school together. I have been thinking about things like that while meditating. These places of meat hanging in front of me. Would you go to the fridge and bring all the meat pieces of used for my training? You've been bringing out new pieces of meat every time, right? Golan is coming with me. I am tugging under burden of these days of this heavy bag. These give off an instant smell, but neither of my nostrils of my stomach, it's cold, are stimulating by weight of these lives anymore. All life is equal. From the fame of these beasts living carried out, they are no longer have consciousness. There's no way I'll take the measure of these lives now.
What? Where is everybody? My friend, I'll tell you, you were within 2 feet of him. Both of them. Yeah.
He's bearing all the several pieces. I see why. Huh? He puts names on these tombstones?
In this room.
Hey, how you know the names of all 7 of those pieces of meat? Well, you told me the meat myself, so I asked the shop staff for their sources and supplied then information with my own research. Some stores refused to give me names, so I went to a hospital and funeral homes for clues. That's why I have late for training these days. Sorry about that. Joel was signed life. He went to a pub every weekend. Beast loved it. Landing workers at the conversation store and sent money to mother and daughter. He just might. He's be able to pull this off. The only one ever to do so. Their bodies end up at the black market, so their lives were probably unhappy at the end. Legacy, you can do it, Legacy.
Daily, and we'll see you guys next time. And you can subscribe to Delicate.
You have trained the first hurdle. Cut.
Welcome back to a brand new More Budget Challenge. Today we are doing budget dares. How it works?
That works this one.
Down the Plinko board, whatever amount lands on is the budget you get to create dares for each other. So today's low baller is $2, and today's high baller $2.50. You do a lot of dares with that, man. You go first. Come on, Butternut Squad. Oh, again with the Star Wars.
Two things are going to happen here. Ugh.
Free.
Fuck, and fuck.
Tax-free edition is free.
Fuck. The fucky. Fuck. There we go. Fuck.
Do you have employees and eligible family members?
Tell you out. Tell your jacks. Tell your tea.
You guys loved our overnight challenge at the Quadruplex, so we built 2 more on top of it. And we're doing an overnight challenge tonight! Yeah! Boys. So there's 3 of us, but 6 apartments. We brought some budget-along. Matt, Quinn, John. We are now going to draw to see who gets what apartment. We're going to randomly select what budget you get to redecorate or initially decorate, since the top ones don't have anything in them. Hyper, you're going to draw for the apartment first. Apartment 1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5,
2, 3, 4.
Oh! 5! Yes!
I'm gonna get some
Yes! Apartment 5. You better get the big baller now. Andrew, it is your turn. Choose your apartment. Yes! Apartment 3! Oh, yeah! That was pretty good!
Let's go!
No! Oh, where'd he go? Why? That was Andrew. His is pretty good.
So which one do you not want?
This one. Why? This is yours, and it was horrible.
Please
Chapter Beastars Value 8, Chapter 67. Chapter 67. Here we go. This is worse than the books. Chapter 67. Electricity pressure through the rows of fangs. Out of the blue, Legacy asked me to meet him at lunch today. Lounge. Thanks for coming. Sorry for the short notice. That's okay. We are alone together at the corner table. So how come you wanted to see me? Well, would you show me your? Would you mind showing me your inside of your muzzle? Huh? Why is that my muzzle? Yeah, my snout. Yep. Why? Well, no. Why? No, never. Never. The reason is I need some help. Your help. I'm doing something important for research on fangs. Don't worry. No one's looking at us. That's not the point. I don't want you to look. He has forgotten that I told him how I feel about
I would.
about him. Does he have no consideration for my feelings? Now what happens to this fur if he cuts? What happened to his fur? He cut it off too short. He looks weird. Damn. What is the hell is he thinking? What a huge jerk. She realistic is the worst thing to protect.
As you can see, we are wearing the extremely rare limited edition red foil lacking shirts. These shirts
Just a little bit, okay?
only Black Friday
Really,
weekend.
thanks.
The first 1,000
How
orders
could you please open your mouth a little bit wider, Juno? What do you expect are you looking for there? I'm just looking. I want to take a deep look into your snap. Why? I get rooms. I get a room with windows. Yeah, aren't you done yet? Hey, what compliments are you into? Something really kinky stuff. I can't see the left side of your muzzle. He's putting his paws on my face. All right, I want with me. I see a difference. I see the difference by gender. I'm being naive. To get now. What? Your fangs are similar than mine. I see male canines are more developed. Thank you. You really appreciate me giving you some valuable information. There's a cold making me around, so careful. Don't touch your coffee on me.
All of my supplies, which I need to then transfer up.
See you at Drama Club. He did it again. He took advantage of me. That the only clue I have is about Tim's killer. The inside of the mouth. So all I know at this point is that it's probably a mammal because the fangs were different shape and than a reptile's teeth, and usually more uniform. And this canines were huger, so probably by male.
As you can see, I have finally got the bed going. This time I actually have carpet. But I have something very special for the bed I want to show you soon. Check this out, guys. I got some lights.
I'm trying to remember every detail because it's all evading him. But come to think of it, I'm kind of cheap out of the French kissing guy. I thought I was the only one who stuck my tongue out of his mouth. Hey, get moving. Do your part. Only the large animal members are here today, cleaning up the hair trail. That's why it's been easier to small animal members to clean up the nooks and crannies in the high spaces tomorrow. Yeah, this box is too heavy. What's inside this box?
It provided 4 hours of reliable energy to power our home.
Black Panthers aren't broad enough. You should just clean. Bill, let Bill the Bengal Tiger handle this. What the? Don't strain yourselves, kittens. Kittens? How amazing. Wow, brown bears are strong. Yeah, Bill's not as strong as I thought. No, you herbivores don't get. You can't measure a carnivore by strength by its arms.
Where I pushed myself to excel in my studies. Eventually, thanks to my hard work and good grades,
a carnivore's strength is determined mentioned by its jaw. Carnivores are basically facts about carnivores that a lot of their other beasts don't know. Jaw strength, how do you measure that? I'm glad you asked. There's this game to measure your strength. wait, Bill. We can't do it here. That is here. This is a game we play among carnivores. How do you get it? Bill jumping at anyone popular. To prove it, prove your strength. The rules of the game. Bill is talking about the tug of war jaw. He can play that here. You can't use your arms or legs. You lose your pull out your tug of the jar. It's a game male carnivores play with each other. You can anywhere. It's lots of fun. One piece of strip of tape or on the floor. 2. Each other beast hold the rope and hold into the rope. Piece of claws will do it. Marking off 2 pieces of rope pull the game in simple simple contest of strength. If you pull, you can pull a rope until the mark reaches the opposite side and choose the line. The rules are simple. However, there's a problem.
Just a precursor to entering the house, I use most of Seth's stuff. Welcome to the Hobo Vibe, Bill. What?
Carnivores play tug of war of the jaw. It's terrifying. Of course, quality playing of the company Herbivore is satisfying for them. I have never heard of it. The game? Here's the chorus. Not but complete. It's fun, which to enjoy. It's like watching herbivores arm wrestle. But play nice, okay? Oh yeah. My jaw's cracked already. Mine too. It's been a while since I last played. Who's going first? We have strong beaks. Every carnivore today is earlier to play. Bill turned his save game to entertainment. I don't get along with Bill, but maybe I will have something to learn from this positive energy. If he worked for an all-event company, he gets performed fast. He bear Baldy. First match between us, you and me. Let's settle things once and for all. No thanks. I don't like this game very much. So what? Besides, you are being extremely crazy ever since you pumped on a unstrength at the performance. Welcome to the new students. I am 2, chapter 15. You haven't put down that rope since full. What are you talking about? Actually, Bill, that's a point. Hey, start with a book. Okay, hold on. If I win each round, eventually you will be able to figure out who killed Tim. I might get to fight here the black shadows of the master strength. Oh, you look like you are ready to fight for real now. I can't afford it. This means to lose this match. Sorry, Bill, but I'm going to hold. Sorry, Bill. I'm going to hold back. I'm going to win so quick this match I won't be able to watch forth. Get set, ready, go. Tug. Huh? What the hell? I can't believe you're so weak. Whoa, I bet they see just like that. Well, awesome. Everyone is excited that Legacy to win. My strength. I think I bought one of today for my snack. My strength.
for mood lighting, we have a candle, but this place will burn to the ground if I light it. Very nice heater, which is also courtesy of the previous owner. We have the massage chair, which is very. It is very.
Can you move so we can
How
see
could this happen? I've been training so hard. My strength is gone. I have cheered the first-hand hurdle. Yet I have gotten weaker. Cuts.
Nice little stringy lights. And at night, since I have some neck problems sleeping, I got this nice little neck massager. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wait, give me that. I don't know what that is, but we got some feet warmers.
I'm gonna charge the computer. I'm gonna charge the camera a little bit.
2 settings, 2 modes. It has gravity return. Yeah. You see how that is? We have a nice little weight.
Oh, I gotta put this charges up a little bit.
4-wheeler. Wow. Does this thing actually work? Oh yeah, it just needs to charge overnight and it'll be ready by morning.
If this ATV works, your apartment will be top notch.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't,
That's not to charge it for more than 18 hours though, or else it may explode. For those of you who don't know, which is the majority of you, this is Seth, and he's in apartment number 5. Ouch. Let's check it out.
Guys, glad you're here. This is Mandalorian Mansion.
no way.
Some may say, what the heck is that? Others may note, I didn't want to paint, so I was going with an AstroTurf field. And boom, right off the bat, we're going into Mansion mode with Mandalorian, and we have the Mission Fleet Star Wars edition right here. You've got the child, you've got the Mandalorian. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Baby Yoda, also called the child. That's Baby Yoda. You're sitting on his face, Baby Yoda. Sorry, my bad. We've got Uniboost. Have y'all ever had Uniboost?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever try. Why should we try? Okay, well, I'm so glad you asked. So you've got so many. They're rich. They're rich in calcium and vitamin D. They've only got 90 calories. But that's just this one. These are strawberry. They come in cookies and cream, and they also come in classic and a whole bunch of other things. Pull it together. You've got a plethora of drinks. It goes all the way back to Andrew's. So it's got 18 freaking bags of chips, bro. You got Pringles, chips, and salsa, my friends, and little plates that I stole from inside. Now you've got Limon party size. You guys ever had this? We have one right now. So I will let. This is what I want to allow you to. Oh yeah! It's open on the bottom. Oh, that was epic!
I would like to have us all address the turnaround difference in the first micro floor in Hyper.
Wow! Clapping emojis in the comments because this turnaround is night and day. Still not great yet, but apartment number 6, Justin, with the big baller amount, I've been excited to see what you build. Welcome to the apartment. We're starting off right here at the entrance.
The apartment?
No, welcome to activities. So this is the entire snack closet. We're gonna start off at the top here. Wow, we got veg. Can I have a banana? Can I have a lighter? Oh, give me a banana. Cucumber. Who wants a red bell pepper? Me. You. Oh, good. Rat. Who wants a yellow bell pepper? Me. You. Yeah. Who wants a carrot? Yeah. Oh my God. What's happening? Oh, it's disgusting. I've never had a bell pepper in my life. Really? Last time Andrew did that, he almost threw up. I'm about to do it right now. Girl, I just the top drawer is Ben Eats Good Food. This is the grab station. Fruit snacks, pistachios, Cliff Bars, whatever you want. Wow. Grabbable material. And the bottom, even more. Wow. Popcorn, beverages right here. All the different flavors of Detroit. I want to show you guys these cups. Might look like a normal cup, but what do you call those? These cups. Yeah, these cups are magical cups. Hold your cup out. That is super. Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get ice for the grand reveal. What about this? Do they change color? These cups are changing color cups, but they need ice. You're sitting on a memory foam bed with a heated blanket. Ooh. Memory foam pillow. Gentlemen. Time for karaoke tonight. to Andrew, you can see a wall-mounted fireplace. That gives off heat and changes color. Is a PlayStation 5. Now that we have done tours of everyone's room, I think it's safe to say we should order food, fellas, right? Dinner time! Dinner time! Dinner time! Dinner time! Does food deliver to the apartment complex? Let me check, guys. I got DoorDash open right now. Let's go! Yeah! Pizza! 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 No way. Marty McCandle! Who's taking pictures of me? Yes! Alright, guys, food just got delivered. I got a nice bowl here. And I got my kitchen table.
What do you want to see?
Those are in the rooms. Me and Hyper have a plan. We're going to cut a hole through my wall so that me and Hyper have our own giant room.
Okay, baby.
Super.
Shut up! I'm trying to sleep!
What's going on up there? Well, Hyper and I's room renovation is complete. Now, my big room on the privacy of our skyscraper. We're here, and we don't know where the heck Justin and Andrew are, so we figured we'd decorate around Justin's place. Right. So we've got this, he's got that, but we need to upgrade it, okay? Let's make this room better than it's ever been. Our faces, yeah, gotta be really awkward photos. Like the most awkward possible. My freaking eyes, okay?
That's dirty.
Ow! I got stuck marble. Ow! I could just do that in the middle of the night.
That looks.
What's happening? I got a big fat splinter. Finally, some peace and quiet. I can enjoy my pizza by myself.
Pizza?
And beverage. So this will be perfect timing to drink.
Into a little crack at Justin's door.
Yeah, it's still in there. Okay, hold on. Give me that. Oh, I got this. I almost had it. One piece. Give me a piece, and I'll throw it up. Ready? Yep. Through the hole. Yep. We got something heavier. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
You broke it!
It's my way to get around. How'd you miss that one? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I got like my door off. It's like my door off, so they can't do it.
So this isn't actually too bad. I'm actually kind of excited to sleep in here because Seth left me 3 blankets. Plus, I have these 3 extra ones right back here.
And I don't have a way to lock my door. I need a ruler. You need a ruler for Tyler. Lock my door!
It's overnight. I don't actually have comfy PJs. This is one comfy bed. This is so much better than my bed downstairs. Really comfy blankets. Oh, right. This is the official good night. Me and Hyper have a great plan. It's about 1 a.m. The fellas, I think, are asleep. Go to the chicken coop, grab a chicken, throw it in their room, shut the doors. Grab them.
Chickens!
Hey, you was dead.
He's eating your house.
Chickens!
Time to bust out.
Hey, baby, you alright? I love you, my baby. Oh, my baby. I'm crazy. It's her video.
His mom. If this smell doesn't make a deal, fellas, I don't know what will.
I don't want to go to Los Angeles. Honk if you're horny. That's stupid. Honk if you're horny. Honk if you're stupid. Wheel! Ah! Asses!
You. Yes, one you. I'd like to buy another vowel.
Recordings.
That's the last of the vowels. It's up there somewhere. And there's the somewhere. 500. G. Yeah, 2 G's.
Clicky, clicky.
600. Y. 1 Y.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Very nicely.
You'll want to go back again.
Yeah, that's it. There. Feel better? Good. $2,200, and you will want to go back again because you're going to Oahu this minute.
YouTube. If they tell me you're going to Canada, you're going to Lansing. Wow, I don't need to fly. I can just roll there. I can just rock over there. What do you mean? I live in Michigan, so I don't have to go that far. YouTube, how it's made.
And whole grains.
Don't want that. I want to know what's inside. What's inside YouTube?
Shall we begin?
Welcome back to What's Inside. I'm Lincoln, this is my dad, Dan, and today we're going to cut open Etch-a-Sketch.
That's right. Finally, there's going to be many of you in the comments that are going to be like, yes, you're finally doing this. I've been asking you about it for a year. We've seen your comments, I promise. But it turns out it's really difficult to find somebody that actually knows how to use an Etch-a-Sketch well.
I know how to draw a box, but that's pretty much the best I.
Good news is, this last week we found a girl. Her name is Madeline. She is fantastic at using an Etch-a-Sketch. She showed us a few tips. And in fact, the little intro that you just saw with our logo, she spent about an hour making that. And the second reason why we've been delaying this video is because we lived in New Mexico for 3.5 years, and it was during the time that they were filming the very popular show Breaking Bad. Walt, the chemist teacher turned bad drug dealer, takes an Etch-a-Sketch and takes the content somehow and turns it into a fire that burns 5,000 degrees and opens an actual lock. And so I've wanted to find somebody that is smart enough to pull that off because I don't know if that's going to work, and also somebody that is crazy enough to play with a 5,000 degree fire.
That's why I'm here. I'm ready to crack things open and see what's inside. I've got some ideas of maybe how to do the same thing Walt was doing there, so we'll see if we can get that to work.
This is Grant Thompson, the king of random. For the last 5 years, he's been making videos.
Grant Thompson's dead.
Subscribers on YouTube. His stuff is so creative and fun to watch.
Like King of Random.
Learn a little bit about the Etch-a-Sketch, and then let's cut these bad boys open.
Yeah.
So for people that are just starting, what are a couple of basic tips?
First, start out by just learning how to make basic shapes. Just learn how to draw a circle, learn how to draw a triangle. You just gotta get a feel for the knobs.
A circle sounds hard because you would have to like do both knobs.
Yeah, that's why you just have to get a feel for them. And at first, it'll be really shaky, but the more you
Grant
do
Thompson's
it,
dead.
the more smooth it'll become.
So it's funny because I was watching this one video that she sent me, and at the beginning it has like these little eggs, and I'm thinking it's Easter, it's great. And then this bird shows up. I'm like, it's so cute, that's nice. Then all of a sudden it's like this skull, and I'm like, oh, it's a skull.
Honestly, it was just a picture I saw and I just wanted to try it.
You just happen to have the mini eggs just there. So
Oh yeah, I always snack on stuff while I sketch. Just passes the time.
It's so much fun to see somebody that actually knows how to use this thing. I feel much better about taking it apart now that we've actually done some really good things on it. We'll put a link in the description below to either Instagram or YouTube, and then you can go on and see some of her work. So Lincoln, you ready to see what's inside this sketch?
Yes, I'm worried too. I'm worried, but I'm excited. I'm mainly excited.
We're in Grant's workshop, so you don't have to be worried. He knows what he's doing.
One thing, I do not know what's inside an Etch-a-Sketch, so I don't know if there's anything important in here to break or not. So we're just gonna try one corner and hopefully miss anything bueno.
The good thing is we have 6 Etch-a-Sketches that we're going to cut open today. So we're good to go. Grant, you have the honors. This is your place. Let's cut the first corner of this thing.
All right.
You actually do know. That's smart. They were, these are smart wearing masks.
Yeah. We got a little tower playing out.
Check it out. I actually just missed the little rollers there, whatever that is. Probably got as close as we could have got it.
Nice cut.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this little gray powder right here.
That's the powder in the Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, that's
If it's what I'm thinking it is, it should not stick to a magnet. So I got a magnet here we can do a little test with. So Lynch, give that a try. Wave it over. Let's see if any of that powder actually sticks to the magnet. Magnetic.
It's not happening at all.
Why does it stick to it? It's just not metal?
The only metal that sticks to a magnet is steel. Steel or iron. All right, let's see if there's anything even in there. Oh, we do. It's actually a lot more than I expected. Oh, it's still going.
Oh my.
Oh, wow. I guess they pack these things full.
There's a ton in it. Good thing we bought 6 of them. Oh yeah, so much in one of them.
That was really a lot.
Look at that. It's like, you can like
Oh,
see.
look at that. Look how silvery that is. That is crazy.
Whoa! Good luck cleaning that. That's why we came here, so we didn't have to clean this up.
Yeah, that's honestly quite a bit more than I expected. So I think we've got enough there for some experiments. I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and start getting to work on this and see what it can do. In the meantime, why don't you guys crack these things open and see what's really inside.
Okay.
Sound good? We'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
Okay.
All right.
If you look inside of the corner that we cut, when I turn the knobs, you can see wires moving on those little rollers. I worry that if we go to the side too much, that it's going to hurt those strings and those rollers. So let's get the string off first. Okay. Let's give it a little tippy taps. Let's see the smoke coming out.
Straight at me.
Oh my gosh! You see that?
Crack the whole screen. Oh, it's a layer of plastic, then it's glass. That's why it's so hard to hit that.
It's actually really safe if you think about it, because if kids drop it and it breaks, the glass won't just turn into pieces everywhere.
So it's made of real glass? I only want it. It's now I don't want one. I like to use a sketch.
Oh, look at that. Dang. There we go, Lincoln. Look what's inside of that. When you turn the knobs, look at that little
That's
thing.
awesome.
So what happens is you have this metal pointer right there. The glass typically is coated with the aluminum powder, and then when you twist it, it makes the scratches on it. So whenever you're done with it and you take it and you shake it, all the aluminum powder that's at the bottom comes up and it sticks to the glass and it coats it again, and then you just start scratching away it again. And then those strings that we saw earlier, you can see them in the corner when you turn it. The strings are what pulls it along.
I actually didn't know how it works, so I had like no clue what it would be like inside.
We kind of have a bit of a mess here. Oh no! Oh, look at my hands, dude.
What?
They're just caked with this stuff.
Alright, so we cut all of them open.
I can already see the hashtags that you guys are going to produce in the comments section. Stop Etch-a-Sketch violence. Grant's going to need the insides of every one of those. So, got some cups? Let's pour the insides of that in there. Look at that cup.
That is a ton.
If you can see it, there's little tiny beads in there. Those are actually styrofoam beads, like polystyrene is what it's called. But it's in there to smooth out and recoat the inside of the screen with aluminum powder. So because it's not just all the aluminum, I wonder how the experiment's going to go and if Grant can actually make the 5,000 degree fire with this.
I hope it does. It would be really cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Check that out. Oh, dude. Here we go. We came outside to see what the experiment was like, and we've done some crazy things. We're not going to tell you whether the actual experiment with the Etch-a-Sketch stuff worked. If you want to see this, which I know you want to see it, go to Grant Thompson, the King of Random's channel. He's going to have an epic video, slow motion, everything, of how this came to be. How this was once 5 Etch-a-Sketches, and now it's this pile of melted plastic. It's amazing. It smells terrible.
It does.
We've been watching Grant for years. Go watch his stuff. He has amazing content, great videos, totally unique. If you're not subscribed already, go subscribe.
I want to click.
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and pasta. Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
Mark Roller. Glitter Bomb, YouTube. Mark Rover, Glitter Bomb, YouTube.
This guy took a package from my porch, and now he's about to open it in his car. But what he doesn't know. So the moral of the story is, just don't take other people's stuff. Not only is it not cool, but on the plus side, you'll never find yourself in this situation. Or perhaps even worse, this one. Who you had in here?
Oh, I got rid of it. YouTube. So I got rid of he got rid of the dedication, Grant Thompson. I wouldn't have done that. Get the dedication on there. World's Wise Police Videos, YouTube.
I don't think we've done Bone Breaker. I don't think I've done this either. I'm gonna ready it. All right, ready?
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. There's a reason it's called the War on Crime. For the next 60 minutes, we'll put you on the front line. You'll see the scariest pursuits, wildest shootouts, and most outrageous outlaws from around the world. Much of this footage has never been seen before. We've gathered these stories from police, news agencies, even citizens on patrol, to show you the stark reality that criminals have declared you the enemy. And knowing your opponent is the only way this war will be won.
Now 7:30.
I'm Sheriff John Bonnell. Most people wouldn't dream of breaking into someone's home or pulling a gun on another person. But a few people who think crime is the answer cause us a lot of problems. That's why cops go out of their way to create problems for them. In Jerusalem, Israel, a holy war is about to see another skirmish. 2 security guards from a nearby religious school are unknowingly being stalked by a terrorist who needs a new weapon. The old city is a major target for nefarious plots like these. As frightening as terrorism is in America, here it's even worse. The instant their follower sees an opening, he sneaks up and makes a play for one of the men's pistols.
Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter
Without hesitation,
68.
the disarmed guard pursued, committed to stopping this
Chapter 68. Volume 8. Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 68. Here we go. Okay, so Xena. Chapter 68. Greetings, Cold Lips by a Blazing Hand. Give me an apple, that sucks.
Alex leaves his injured comrade behind, doing his part where his homeland safety is all that matters. There's no doubt this extremist has a target in mind. If he can just slip away with that weapon. So there's no stopping until this is finished. One way
Physical
Oh,
or another.
High School, second year. Room 701, Lacey. Here. Well, measure your strength. Well, measure your strength. First, bite down on this.
Alex ditches an empty clip and reloads rapidly.
Keep biting hard. Good. Now, all with your strength.
Makes a break for it. Dodging more flying lead. But in these narrow alleys,
Beat
his hiding places soon
4,196 psi.
Alex makes a sure hit from halfway down the street. And his target drops the weapon.
4,169 pounds psi.
Is a dangerous animal. When the man falls, he gets off a shot that ricochets right past Alex's head.
Wow, that's incredible. Your average jaw strength of a large wolf is about 2,900 psi. 2,900 psi. You got 4,169 psi. Whoa, that's almost 42,000. Well, I'm never going to pay tug of jaw with you. That's several months ago. But now, several months ago. But now, I almost can't even leave my teeth marks in an apple. I don't understand what's happening to my body.
To protect the innocent. By taking down terrorism, one assassin at a time. In Sun Valley, California, a cameraman pulls up to a breaking news event.
I'm getting old. Calm down. You think for a second. What changes since you're physical? 39 years old. Wait. Well, I had a physical in the spring. I think I met Haru in the first time a few days after that. What's triggering your changes in your body? She must be the reason your jaw muscles have approached. Legacy. Are you all you high schoolers are all transparent? That is amusing. It's bad. It's too bad for you. I am not surprised your jaw muscles have approached Legacy. It's advanced your meat. Medicine training has been successful. You overcome your desire to eat meat. I can tell because you have got the guts to open yawn for a rabbit. When every beast around us is eating herbivore meat at the pub at the black market, I have got to test to see how his body has changed. I'm going. Go on. You haven't have you taken one sip of your beer? It's something wrong? I'm glad you haven't drunk any either. Why do you think I brought you to a filthy dive like this? We are on duty. Look behind you, but make sure he doesn't notice you. Scratchy. Very slick.
And with the victim in hands of rescue workers, he owes his life to the heroic determination of the cops and
Is he Yep, he strips a hyena. Is typical meat addiction. Going. Once an addicted reaches stress, they on their own says they feel just meat they can buy at the black market. They grew of the bones of their victim. They kill them themselves while searching for the next target.
A police dash cam records the aftermath of a narcotics raid at a
He
local motel.
crushed that bone. That hyena enjoys killing who knows powerful jaws. How become him? He's leaving. I've been trolling him for a couple days now. Time's up. Well, capture him tonight. Besides, stay behind me and observe. You are going to chomp him. Of course, it's my life's work to toss beasts like that into hospital to rehabilitate them. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Sometimes I forget to the unsell trust. Carnivores devour herbivores. That is the relationship between beasts. Please come again. The black market refuses to sit. Black market resells the state of society. I can't fear the truth of that relationship anymore. Respect, there is no one around. Let's move out. But first, ladies, do you have a question for you? How do you feel when I realized your jaw had grown weak? Where were you depressed? So much. I've been having it thought. Good. Deja vu. What? Was. Ow. Hey, I'm not fell down. Hey, I'm not falling. I don't always land on my feet. Yep, you are young carnivore who's now unable to see his most effective weapon of his power of his bite. What are you? Who are you? Now you are going to fight.
The waste boy is on his way to the hospital, but fortunately, no one else was seriously injured.
I sent a young pup. I guess dog meat is good enough now. Killing herbivores is a lot of trouble, but their arms and legs are the powerful things up a lot of that prince. Look at what they've done to me. These devils. There is a limb. Must be regret their fangs, but if I use my full strength, they can't fight me off. I grab his limbs, huh? Huh? What's going on? I can't pull out my fangs. Why do carnivores all look the same when they bare their teeth? When herbivores kick and hit, they struggle to survive their experience. Persons for that life through their limbs. So should I let my limbs do the same?
Jail cell is about 50 square feet. In some countries, it may be even smaller, which means there's not a lot to do.
I've got news for you. I am no punk, and I don't need my fangs.
Southern Mexico.
A
It's
wolf.
impossible to know what's truly going on in this con's head, but it will prompt an insane act. The stir-crazy man appears to survey his tiny hole and realize the only thing leaving this joint is what gets flushed down the toilet.
Oh, that's gonna have to hurt like hell.
Since he's in a crappy situation anyway, might as well take the plunge. The jailbird redefines hitting the head with a swan dive.
The power of his fangs transferred to his arms and legs. This unique young wolf has been blessed. Cancelled.
The battered inmate finally stirs, feeling more than a little pooped. A guard arrives, but he's not letting the numbskull out. Instead, he calls for a medic and possibly a plumber. This guy may have wanted attention, or he might have completely flipped his lid. But either way, he's still wound up in the can.
That doesn't work. I need that.
Blythewood, South Carolina. When Officer R.S. Ash first lit up this biker, he only wanted to cite him for expired tags. So like so many other motorcyclists, he started falling that damn bike.
I was like, enough. 3 hours already? Damn, I was about 3 hours now.
But there's something this lone outlaw has forgotten. When you're fighting the man, stop that bike before you kill us both. Stop that damn bike. You're not just fighting one man. Ash coordinates with other units ahead. And when an oncoming patrol car spots the renegade, he drops the hammer. The unit cuts off the not-so-easy rider, flipping him onto the concrete.
2 more chapters to go. 2 more book chapters, then in the back of the book to read, which is also technically classified as a chapter, so yeah.
But officers help the wobbly man take a load off, then call for medical assistance. This hot dog got a fast bike and a Hell's Angels attitude. Stop that bike before you kill us both. Would free him from justice.
I ain't killed none.
But in the end, he was just a rebel. Without a clue. Sao Paulo, Brazil. The garage door entrance to this jewelry store makes it a wide-open target for crooks to come cruising in. This petty thug pretends he has a gun and demands access to one of the cases. But when the shopkeeper hesitates, the thief gives himself a 5-finger discount. But it's not what this perp takes that's important. It's what he leaves behind. The dunce was so focused on his brilliant scheme, he left a folder of paperwork on the counter. Witnesses soon discover it contains the criminal's name, address, and telephone number. The case is cracked.
That was easy.
Turns out, so is the robber. He actually comes back, demanding the return of his property, knowing the evidence will get him locked up. And he's right. The clerk drops the security gate, trapping the man in a makeshift prison. And the office window is idiot-proof, too. He finds the folder, but still has to wait out his sentence. And his first visitor?
The cops!
With a gun. This lame brain thought a gaping door would allow for an easy score.
Give me all the journey and all the
And an
rules.
even
Give me
easier escape. But by leaving behind a folder full of incrimination, this case became open and shut.
This guy does not know who else is. You're talking to them. Like, you own this place? Yes, I own this place. I own this place. Not gonna happen. The money's at the bank. The bank is
Into an officer killing
old kid.
field.
What the heck's that? Look for it. I don't know. I'm not telling you.
A drug runner tries to ditch
Where's
cops.
Bank at? Where's Bank at? I think it says in it. Where's his Bank at? Colon, Michigan.
And a late night traffic stop goes completely to pot. Next. Our nation's border is a hotbed of criminal activity, requiring special units to combat the chaos. From agents who patrol the highways to helicopters that dominate the air. This is a battleground where both sides play for keeps. McAllen, Texas.
McAllen,
Border
Texas.
Patrol pursues a man reported to be running drugs in from Mexico. A chopper directs ground forces as it shadows his every move.
Phil.
They know they have to nab this guy fast. Because he has an outrageous escape in mind. To keep cops from sending him up the river, he's going to beat them to it. The driver goes to one place the American agents can't follow, making a real grand exit. The cartels are willing to sink a truck and its cargo to protect the rest of their $25 billion per year industry. This perp even has a life jacket handy for just such an emergency.
That's smart.
And he makes his way out of U.S. jurisdiction. Cops watch in frustration. But at least they kept his stash off our country streets. And they know what he looks like if he ever dares show his drug-running mug again. On another night, it will get even more aggravating for border lawmen. Using an infrared camera, they close in on a dope dealer with tons of incriminating evidence on board. But the pusher's route indicates an all-too-familiar plan. Get out of the U.S. Come hell or high water. This guy seems to have forgotten his life preserver. But he's not up the creek without a paddle. He's got help from the other side. And they aren't here just to rescue him. This time, they saved both the peddler and his shipment. For now, these criminals have avoided the hook by recklessly cutting their losses. But the more they sink money into this venture and endanger their own lives, the more likely their whole operation will go under. Kansas City, Missouri. Officer Eric Turner responds to a report of a vehicle that crashed into a tree. As he approaches the scene, he spots a suspicious lone pedestrian walking away. And no one at the accident. Turner suspects the guy he just passed was the driver. But he can never suspect the nightmare he's about to step into.
Okay, he's stuck in here somewhere. I don't know where he's at.
Backup Officer Galen D. McGinnis arrives to see the guy strolling into a park. Alerted to the situation, he goes to ask the man about his strange behavior. And the answer is deadly. Without a word, the culprit tries to turn cop killer. Turner arrives to see his partner dodge a furious spray of bullets. Both men return fire and take refuge behind the squad car.
You all right, Dean? We're okay. He's down with the gunpoint. Been shot several times.
The injured offender lies only a stone's throw away.
He's still got that gun pointed at you, Dean.
But police can't help him unless he releases his weapon.
Drop the gun! He's got a gun in his pipe and his fingers on his fingers.
By nightfall, the homicidal man is still fighting a losing battle.
Unwrap your fingers from the gun!
And ultimately, his stubbornness does him in as he dies from his wounds. The shooter was later found to have alcohol and drugs coursing through his veins. It may explain why he lashed out at the law. And instead of walking away with his hands on his head, he chose to die with his finger on the trigger.
He's still got that gun pointed at you, Dean.
Up next, a world's wildest police video. A madman takes a flying leap at cops
That's different.
until they knock him back to earth. And car thieves get some smash mouth justice, followed by a gunshot chaser. Then later, a paranoid hostage taker learns they really are out to get him. Blue Ash, Ohio.
Blue Ash. Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 69.
A car creeping outside a high school. He tries to find out what the two men are doing.
Well,
But they're not.
start training your arms and legs now.
The suspects cut a wide U-turn, nearly sideswiping the cruiser.
Chapter 69. Their Stercom telephone isn't working. We got Lewis, Legacy, Juno, Jack, Haru, and Goen.
The driver floors his hot wheels down a straightaway.
Grr isn't finished disinfecting. You, I can't think of what it says. Can't pronounce it. I'm finished. This is default. You, innocent. You need to be able to master your own wounds. You can't always depend on others, you idiot. But be honest. I really appreciate how hard you work on these last few days. Ben, you've been helping me out. I got a job done in half the time. I never imagined that the day would come when I would hire an assistant. I never imagined I became a assistant. And a stitch is electoral style work place too. Hey, Red Fox, stop resisting. I'll make you take and let me take you to the clinic. You need to go through rehabilitation to make up for the zebra with those fresh you bit into. I don't want to have to punch you anymore. Whatever the world is harsh places. All I did was sniff nature advertising by biting a herbivore, and you are telling me the grave offense. They were just play bites. See ya, quick. See ya, quack. Huh. I won't be able to chase down this narrow alley, but biting butts also count in a sexual assault. That was quick, Red Fox, but still I finished my mission twice as fast as usual. Thank you for dragging him out of the alley, depressing him your right shoulder. Crap training. These addicts double as your training as my work has gotten easier. It's a win-win. I like to get injured less. So going. There is something I've been wanting to ask you. Yeah? Here he is.
The man tries the same stunt with him. It doesn't go nearly as well this time.
Dr. Gohan, thank you so much for taking care of me. You are ready to leave? Did you stop having nightmares about bone and meat? Yes. This CD instructions, music flushes that will help suppress your depression. Instead, listening into bed at bedtime. I take the medication twice a day. If you start getting the shakes in public, hold something curved like a bathroom stall. Get the shakes in a public hole, somewhere private like a bathroom stall. Make sure you don't look at herbivores directly. Doctor, I'm grateful to you. I don't know how to. You revoked a favor. Whatever you do, fail safe. That is all thanks I need. Feel free to come back to the clinic anytime you are having trouble. That patient became injury after killing and devouring 2 ferrets. I'm glad he's rehabilitation. He was a successful. Now, what were you about to ask me? So I was right. I noticed I haven't taken any of your patients to the other ways. Devouring 2 ferrets is just a serious offense. You just can let them free like that, like a she. I'm understanding. I have no intentions to report the world by judgment to carnivores. I don't crave meat because I happen to be born a panda. I am not going to stand and judge.
Dad decides to every man for himself.
In the world to judge carnivores. I'm going to stand in judgment on others like a public servant because I was born different from it is not right. That's why I'm grateful with them. Personally, I can judge my own brand of justice. But I am glad my wife and cubs, I left my 5-year-old for this job is too dangerous. My right eye was ignored, lost more than my fur on black. My back. Why are you simply your guts out now? Sorry, I shouldn't have told stronger. The world is completely punishing criminals isn't going to balance a peace. Maybe in just my ego as a psychological talking, but I can't believe every carnivore is crippling of change if they want it's badly enough and I want to help them. That's cool. I don't know what if Gohan is doing is right or wrong. I am glad I have the opportunity to train under him. Study lounge. I don't have time to worry about the state of the world. I already have to study exams. My grades have been pumping and I have been in big trouble. My grades have been plummeting and I'm in big trouble. I've been working with going nights and I have been attending school during the day. I can't do both. I have become a night owl. The teacher asked you a question. But Gohan has told me I should study well.
In Beijing, China, this is bad parenting at an all-time high.
I recognize thisness. Act. What do I do? Should I play problems? But I am not a possible. I am a wolf that is stupid jokes. What's wrong with me? Hey.
Pulling mother and baby back from a killer plunge.
A boy who knew asking me to go somewhere with him at night. Long time no see. It's been a while. What a boy needs in details. So, you shaved all your fur. Cool. You look very cooperated. What? Yeah, I shaved. So, about the boy who is Haru. But you're none of your business. I don't care. You are my boyfriend. We are just stepping in the same brand for one night. I am not pretending to be your boyfriend. Are you mad at me? What did I do? Are you mad at me? Why didn't you do? How dare you ask me that? I text you, but you only give me one word. Replies to let me on my read. You look away when I pass you at school, and you are not even around campus. School, let's out.
They're already ahead of ground units by a country mile. Officers are way back down the road, but they're about to help them close the gap.
I feel lonely. Don't ask me what about my relationship with Lewis the other day. You look one eye at me just like a mule still had free from them. Then you took off down your conscience. I know you strange. I got bigger than, but we're still working in the same direction. Why have you gone so far away? I don't what's happening. I'm lonely. Are things between us? I had no idea I upset her. I are ready for her to forgive me. I thought I'll be with my love being unique. I'm sorry, Who. I haven't abandoned you.
And when this foolish crime became a cross-country rally,
I've been viewing how to become stronger. Remember, so I'm doing everything I can to fulfill that promise. I can't tell the details of what I've been doing after school for you, Haru. Please, hey, please look at me, Haru. All I want to do is change the world for herbivores. Aren't there any more? Well, said a herbivore. I mean you, Haru, and I'm the one who's lonely. What the heck, old cup thing? Damn it, Damn it, I'm not getting through to her at all. A world which in herbivores are safe and official. The world I don't have to want to live in a world like that.
Manila, Philippines.
Ooh.
A man in the grips of a
The lives of herbivores are always in danger, but I still want to have fun with Legacy. Oh, I'm so glad that you feel that way. I understand now. I don't want to make you happy. But when I view you become stronger, said I'll be waiting, right? You'll be leaving me? I only said that because I thought I was right responsive. Girls can change their mind, you know. You were too different. She got into some trouble, danger, yet she refused to graduate. How relationships? I can't go on like this, Haru. Now I see what her solution is. Will you marry me? What? Oh, don't mean right now. Of course, maybe in the time we graduate, marriage between species won't be uncommon. Marriage. No, that's not a problem. Why would you want to get married? There is things a couple does before they get married, like dating each other. We do not have things to take things step by step. We have to set rules, responsibility, supposing to follow our lot of personal reasons, a lot of reasons for let's get married. I like Haru. I don't think she hates me. I can protect her if I get close by. She won't be lonely. We can get intimate. We can preserve evil beasts from getting each other. That's the last point of view in my opinion. You shouldn't accept inventing from strange guys. Sai, I can't believe you are always carrying around walking with that walking. With talking. How I get out and play with is done now. You are beastful. I would never want nearly someone as self-absorbent as you. An hour ago. Yo, Haru, how have you been? It's been a long time since I've seen you. Can I come over to the gardening shed tonight? We haven't spent time together for months.
The chaos. The crowd doesn't know if the child has been injured or killed. It was close. She's in shock. But otherwise,
I've stopped chasing boys there for only one beast in my heart now. And he is 100 times scarier and would rather you. But he is too weird. I wouldn't have made a better marriage proposal. Cut.
But stopping this cruelty was a job for the experts. And this scumbag found out the hard way. that if you live by the knife, you die by the bullet. The urge to go outside the law is a foolish impulse. Because anyone who thinks it through will know they're in a losing battle. And no matter how hard they push it, or how desperate they become,
It's already 8 o'clock already? Wow.
bad and worse.
Okay, got 2 more chapters to go after this, and that's it. Two more videos to go, and that's it. I'm getting to break and nothing in the water. 3 hours and 11 minutes. Wow.
Finds a downgrade, and the ground suddenly disappears beneath them, launching the car 110 feet through the air. They skid out on the dirt and slam headlong into a tree. Huge! Major crash into that tree. It's a catastrophic impact. The sedan has been chewed up, and the driver spit out. I think that's him. You can see it moving around on the ground. As he goes left, it takes police another 45 seconds to reach the accident. They hurry to clear the vehicle. Okay, they've got guns drawn as they approach. But there's no threat from these suspects, who are lucky to survive. Robbing a bank may sound like a lucrative heist. It's flying, but it's never the payoff Brooks thinks. Right past that car. And when this foolish crime became a cross-country rally, these thieves nearly dug their own grave. Coming up on World's Wildest Police Video, it's the insane story of a delusional drug fiend who threatens to carve up a young girl. And you won't want to miss how cops put this butcher on Maniac tells cops to shove it. So they push back with a vengeance. And a dunder-headed robber gets an early taste of the pen. Plus, a knife-wielding junkie snatches a girl.
2 more chapters in this book. And I gotta get this.
Castle Combe is 20 miles from Bristol, and most of us got there. It's a fierce track, this. One of the fastest in Britain. A real car breaker. We have a challenge. Find out what it is. He can pick up later on.
Yeah.
I know what this is going to be. Steve will drive them around the track. Points for the winner. No, it isn't. It's your supercars were built in the 70s. How super are they today? To find out, the Stig's going to set a lap time in a Vauxhall Astra diesel. You will then attempt to beat his time in your cars. You lose points for every second over the Stig's time and gain points for every second under it. The Stig was really on it. The diesel hatchback. Come on. It's a Lamborghini, a Maserati, and a Ferrari. I can see that. Easily going to be able to do. And across the line in 1 minute 35 seconds.
Well, actually, I'd say we stood a tenner.
May has joined us.
Now, hang on, have you come by bus or are you in your car?
No, I'm in my car.
Is it on a truck?
No, it's not. It's fine.
Did it break down on the way here?
No, I just had to stop and fill it up with electricity.
Given that James's car was actually running, we decided to make hay and send it out first.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is a piece of cake.
Smoke.
Oh my God! I got so excited I wet myself.
Your car's done away. Do you think if we get this going again, you will actually be able to do one lap?
Yes, I do. And a good one at that.
Carbon potty.
18. He's not even inside. Steak was 135. Yeah. 158. Roughly.
Next, it was my Ferrari. So far, the most reliable car of the day.
Oh, the mirror's just come off.
2, 1, go!
And with 255 horsepower, it was also the most powerful.
He's very competitive. He is very competitive. He's taking it very seriously. Hammond gave his all, but he was still slower than the stick. How long before Hammond blamed a misfire? 1 minute, 43 seconds.
Beastars, Volume 8, Chapter 70. Ooh. Chapter 70, Caring of Carnivores. Hey, Stella, come join us. We are talking. In a secure. Say cheese. Wow, 35 likes. A leopard girl, 18 years old. Hey, show me the pic there. It's uploading to Instagram. Don't look. Don't. I look terrible. Hey, Peach. Huh? Sorry, did you want me to take a photo with us? I'm sensitive. Of course not. I don't look it. I want squares with, I want to square a phony followers. Of course, I'm leaving the worst of the time, seriously.
You know what would cure that? Spending £10,000 on an engine.
You are a wolf. You understand what I'm talking about, right? If things going to like this, every carnivore will be a victim of the internet. Juno is Stella's junior classmate. She happened to run into her in the dining hall.
We were given another challenge.
I think Stella's pissed.
This is a rolling road, which you use to measure power. Now, what we're going to do is put the cars on it and find out.
Well, Instagram,
horses that were put into the
I'm especially popular. We live in society constantly by social media. Boys and girls, all ages, we a lot usual than girls. Instagram is a social media site. Share photos, snaps their phone on the entire world. The more likes you get on Instagram, who are your posts. Oh, look, Sally wants. I'll be posting it. The more value that your pictures become along, the more social status you get. The problem is that you are an incredible number of likes you take pictures of. Carnivores and herbivores together.
Think of it another way. That's a VW Lupo has escaped from your engine.
So, what do you want your picture taken with herbivores? Those pictures are a problem everyone looks forward to carnivores and herbivores getting along as a good thing, but they all want is the picture. Herbivores move away from me as soon as the shot is taken. I feel like I have a health relationship with herbivores back when we were considered less.
But first, I've discovered something worrying in the service history. Now, please,
I bet if you upload a lot of stuff on Instagram, Juno, I do, but only share posts with Beast are actually with my friends. I think a lot of the candidates are that. I found hang out with groups of people like social media use. I got bored with it after 3 days. So the ones or the biggest number of followers are all herbivores. I understand. Why through? Lots of herbivores worry about others see them. Because they haven't adjusted insurance. We carnivores don't understand. Angel, electric hello. So least we can do is observe can accommodate them. Like, take this photo with us. She is 2 years younger than me, but she a lot more neutral. Juno, you're cool. Why can't I be wise like you? So what is defensive? She wants to talk about, but herbivores blame everything on carnivores. Maybe upload this of grain. I am not happy about this. Oh, already got it. Likes. I want to change our relationship, both Cheetah and Sheep, and as friends. Hey, Peach, grab. Why don't we go out, just the two of us? Let's go full out. Promise? Permission slips? Then I remembered. For 2 days ago, on the 4 o'clock news, they said a goat was attacked by a fox coworker on their way home and devoured. Sure. Would like to go out to ask her. I hope she's not scared of me. I wonder if she says yes or to avoid hurting her feelings. They change out of their uniforms. I haven't been off campus in ages. I think the last time I went last home months for vacation. I want clothes shopping. How about you, Stella? Yeah, I like to look at clothes too. Spring fashion must be in storage already. Nah, their end product is kind of tense. I'm sorry, Peach. I'm sure we can go back to school as soon as possible, but Juno would know how to handle this situation. What to do? Women's clothes are on this floor, on the 4th floor. I'm serious, Stella. How many beasts have you dated? I bet you are really popular.
Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
What? She wants to have a girl talk? Nah, not popular. I've only had one boyfriend, and he broke up with me a while ago. Really? Had such a nice picture. My physical unique all leopardess has small heads and loans him many arms and legs. I'm just awkward high school student. This body has this event tags years ago. I can't wear any parents. Why not? Besides, I already got my parent fur. My fur. Oh, I never thought. So most of your fabric are plain solids. Yeah, clothes shopping first is decide because there are so many fun things I can wear. I had no idea. Your fur is perfectly white, so you look good in everything. I even you. I can't help you pick out an outfit that fits. Sure, if you want me to. You can mix match anything else. That'll be fun. Let's find something really nice. I was not watching this. This pink sweater would look good on you. I can't wear polyester. When it rubs against my wool, it sticks electric shock. What? How? That's your disadvantage. Stella, seriously, about helping me shop for clothes. I thought you were kind of cold and distant. I really was surprised when you asked me to do on this outing. I guess both of us have interests. I was actually scared for the moment there. I'm ashamed I feel that way. I love dressing. I love dresses. I'll pick wear the next one next time. We come out together today. Thanks, Stella. You're welcome. I had fun. Peach, aren't you going to take any pictures today? What do you mean? Let's take a selfie to celebrate our trip into town together. Okay, it's all right. If I use my cell, sure. But hold on, but sure, I'll hold it because the reaction further. Selfie. I don't think taking selfies is having so much fun. I didn't have the time to think about anything else. This really was a nice picture. I don't want to show anyone else. Maybe I'll, as a special memory for ourselves, not to upload to Beastagram. Oh, you're not going to share it? Well, nah. Bonk. Ow. Cut.
Let's just see what they can find, okay? If you're innocent, it can be proven. Or you could take your chances and get on the boat.
Peanut that Addie, that peanut that ass.
There wouldn't even be a choice.
At high school, where the students are literally divided into predators and prey, friendships mentoring the figure place into predators and prey. Friendship mentorates into the figure place who among them will become a beastar, a hero desire to lead in society naturally with mischief, with mistrin. Great Wolf Legacy begins his training with Giant Panda going in order to better protect his friendship, better to protect his friends, but his fangs are intentionally politics while he told he must eat meat to grow more powerful. Meanwhile, herbivore red deer Louis is choking down in the flesh of a beast of the minute to his stats as a leader of the carnivore lion gang, yet who runs it. Legacy carries a bag of meat. Lewis fails a backyard. Legacy continues to train, becoming more and more powerful in the same way, yet weakens in others, and he is beginning to drop. Even worse, Dorfred Haru is mad at him. Cut.
You're the killer city next to her.
She didn't sound stressed. It was empathy in her tone.
Okay, I'm changing this.
That's true. Do she else?
So you want to keep Katsumoto in the dark?
Suddenly you have a problem with that?
Okay, done with this. I can delete this. Let's finish up some stuff here.
the hearsay in a free fall then.
Warning. The stunts on this show are so big, so outrageous, so insane, the whole family will be blown away.
Oh my God, I thought he was going to stab and then he swallowed the sword.
Everyone will be watching. Go
I need to write something up.
Thursdays at 9 and catch up on all the mind-blowing episodes on demand or on the TBS app.